Welcome, everybody. I paused hard. I am a professional, and that's why I'm clearly pulling my microphone in right now.
Sure.
But welcome to episode 12 of a Petty Squabbles, a Monster and Stories Group A, where we look at the C on the stream. Transition stuff over, be professional. We're good like that. So, last time you guys played, you decided to go up into the large mountains to talk to Valstrax. After some negotiations, murdering of a poor elephant for no reason whatsoever other than it being in your way, and a giant lightning monkey.
It served a purpose.
Yeah, a rude purpose. And then of course you put it together. The little baby Gammoth saw its mother die and then was put to sleep and then carried off by Palicos. It just kind of
No thoughts, only dreams.
Yeah.
Look,
No
things.
PTSD there whatsoever for that baby Gammoth. One day it will come back seeking its revenge.
It'll become the Elder Frost again.
my secret plan to make the Elder Frost.
But yeah, so you spoke with the Valstrax after some negotiations and a little bit of combat. It agreed to give you some of its blood in return for nobody entering into the mountains in the future. It is its territory. It has claimed it. No one else may enter. And if they do, they die.
All right, Group B, let's see what you do.
So, other than that, you spent your time traveling back down the mountain quite quickly, flying for a couple hours and making it down most of the elevation. I believe you're about 10,000 or so feet up right now, as you still have about a day and a half journey or so to back to Berna. So, I don't know why we're giggling. I don't like it. I don't trust you guys. Gonna pull up my phone here.
Just invisible back rustling.
Yeah, I did hear that for sure. Yeah, and so currently you are, I believe you were resting in a small cave as you're making your way down. So, what do you guys do?
You hear squawking, snoring.
Does this count as a full rest or just thematic rest?
Thematic rest. You had a rest, I think, yes, thematic rest.
Right. You said we're halfway down the hill?
Yeah, so you are currently, you're down past the heavy elevation. You're still about 10,000 feet up, but you've dropped, roughly about 12,000 or so feet to get here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have about a day and a half journey or so back to Berna.
At least going down is easier.
Yeah, it's true.
Next time we go up the mountain, I'll just make us a balloon.
Is it nighttime? Like we're just about to rest, or?
Correct. Yeah, this is the end of the. We ended at the as you guys made camp.
Right. I suppose we should set watches then.
It's about 7:19.
It is. Let's see. Watch order was Mage, Gerathor, Flight, Shaseth. I have that marked because I am clearly a professional.
I
Yes.
swore Mage doesn't sleep anymore.
I do not.
That's why he goes first.
And Mini Orc doesn't sleep anyway, so he's always watching with you guys.
Really? York sleep.
Construct that's asleep?
The constructs do have to sleep unless said otherwise.
Doesn't say anywhere that it has to.
And well, then it does. If it doesn't say it doesn't. If it doesn't say it doesn't have to.
The DM says.
Because there's
declare foul.
As a no bird jokes.
How dare you? Those are half my character. The other half is oil related.
Oh man.
All right. Does anybody have anything they need to do before we just rest?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Going to already had a check for it done. So as you rest for the night, Mage, give me a perception check
Perception.
as you are keeping watch.
Bonk.
4. Okay. Nothing happens during your watch, as it goes by quite peacefully, as far as you know. As you wake up, Gerathor, you and him both kind of sit about, talk about things and whatnot, kind of keeping an eye out for anything, of danger. Goes by peacefully. Same with Flight and Shaseth. The night passes without threats. Some noise here. You guys are far enough south at this point where there could be some animals, so we're gonna give some background noise with birds, crickets. So night goes by, sun rises with rosy fingers as you begin to make your way down the rest of the mountain. Based off what I have here, Gerathor, you're the trailblazer. Scout, you are or Flight, you are the scout. Shaseth, you're the spotter, and Mage is the artisan because he's fancy.
All right, whenever any of us die, we're going to change our name to be a role opposite what we actually do.
Blazer
Just the
is
rest
the
of them.
scout. You're all going to be American
Scout
gliders.
is the cook.
Blazer, taser, laser. Who's like,
Taser face.
The brisk when your air feels great underneath my wings as I head down the mountain.
So, Gerathor, if you would please, I need a survival check. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, a 14, there's definitely a chance. I'm going to send that Volstrax down. You're still in here. Murdered. Per the agreement.
This is where we kill Valstrax. They're denied theirs.
Where are my... Cannot find my hunts for some reason. There. No. There, okay, we got it. Stuff. And let's go ahead and have my spotter. Let's go ahead and roll for some weather.
All right, what do you want?
A D20.
Prefer a light drizzle.
You sure you don't want snow?
13. So it's a fairly normal day. There's no light snow. It is just kind of it's sunny. It's still a little cold because you're up in the mountains still, but nothing too bad. You're still under the effects of the hot drink meal. So you're good there as we do. Okay. Okay. So as you make your way down the mountainside, because you flew, you're not on the exact same path you took to get up there. So it is, you veered off slightly, east or west a little bit. You're not entirely sure exactly which direction. And as you walk down Shaseth, you notice through through some of the trees what looks to be a wood cabin. It's about 100 150 feet away, so you can't really get exact details, but you definitely can see like wood, like logs and stuff, angled, stacked up on themselves. About 150 feet away to, we'll say, your west in this case.
I pointed out. You think we should check on that? Let them know about the Valstrax.
Well, if we don't, they're going to get mercilessly eaten.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Okay. So as you make your way over there, the cabin itself is actually fairly finely crafted. I think you Flight probably noticed that first, you know, being the artificer and stuff. There's nothing special about it. It looks, well, all the logs are nice and evenly cut. They're all well placed and tied down, nailed. It is a basic looking cabin. There is a couple windows that have blinds, and you can see the kind of glass panes with like wooden slats kind of making a cross in the middle. You guys just kind of peer in. Do you knock on the door? A little small staircase leading up to the door.
First, I'd like to see
Knock
how
on the
long
door.
this place has been here.
Okay, so what are you trying to do, Flight?
I'm gonna try to see about how long this could have been here. If this is more recently built here, or if it's been here longer than. It's been longer than a month, I guess.
Give me I'd give either investigation or history check. We'll go with advantage since you're trying to determine just age of something that's been crafted. 24. It seems probably been here for a few years or so. It's showing there's a tiny bit of wear and tear, but it's definitely had some good upkeep.
All right. As I finish my investigation, I hear her knocking because someone knocked on the door.
I don't know if he knocked on the door or if he just opens the door. So,
No, I just knock on the door.
okay, you knock on the door. Go away!
Well, that's that question. Someone is there.
Your life might be in danger. You may want to hear us out.
Fine, hold on.
Sounds like a threat more than like a, hey, we're here to help you.
You hear the kind of little, like the step, like a little cane, every so often. You'll probably sit there for like, it's not that big of a house. It's maybe like 20 feet across at most. And it's your best guess when you kind of maybe peered into one of the rings, it's kind of one room. So, as you kind of sit there for about like 30 seconds, so waiting for someone to just cross the home, the door opens slowly, just a tiny bit, and just an eye pokes out from about halfway down or so. What kind of danger?
There's a vile strikes at the peak of these mountains that we have agreed to leave alone, but in return, anyone in its territory needs to vacate the premises. I believe that your home is in that territory. You can stay if you want, but he's probably gonna kill you.
Why the fuck you go do that?
Because we needed something from it, and we didn't want to kill it.
Oh, so you just decided who gets to have the mountain and everything else, huh? What about me?
It's bigger than you.
Yeah? You're bigger than me. I can still kick your ass.
You want to try?
And as he opens the door, it's a really old, wrinkly Wyverian. And just, you know, like standard kind of veggie elder clothes. He just kind of takes his cane, just pokes it in your chest. Yeah.
Ow. I have been slain. Please don't do that again.
Do what I want.
Do it one more time, I'll snap your cane.
I like this cane.
I've asked you nicely. Respect me.
Like you respected my home. Now I have to pack up. I gotta take the whole thing down. I have to move. All by myself.
We were told that nobody lived on this mountain anyway.
That's because nobody knows I'm here.
Well, how
Well,
would
we
have
would
known
have.
then?
We could have helped you, but you've been nothing but rude, so why should we?
You've been nothing but rude yourself.
We're giving you a fair warning that there is a big elder dragon that has now claimed this mountain.
No, you
We could have just
have come here
walked away.
to just
Or was he
tell me.
dead?
No, you've just told me that I have to move away, that you evicted me from my home. Thank you.
I don't want to help you anymore.
Let's do it. We'll just, I can't.
Little do you know
Sorry,
that
guys.
Veggie Elder's a level 20 monk, and he just quivering palms you right now with his staff.
It takes 5 steps, sir. 5 steps is all it takes. Fuck.
Someone get too calmed. I invent the wheelchair.
If you guys want to help him, I don't.
Any other good news?
Good news. I found a way to get your house down the mountain without it being destroyed.
Go on.
Well, I point down the steep. We're going to roll it down like a cart.
He kind of just gives you a quizzical look.
You know what? I'm curious too. How you plan on doing that without destroying it?
Right?
Fortification.
But there's like trees and stuff in the way.
Well, there won't be. I point to the tall lizard people. They can easily get rid of trees.
There's a lot of trees.
I've also stated that I don't want to help this guy.
You're not helping. You're helping the deforestation.
Deforestation is bad.
Well, it would be, but Velstrax doesn't eat forests. Besides, we leave this guy here. It's our fault if it's well, never mind. I guess it's your fault for being here. Just ever.
I was perfectly fine until someone agreed to give my home away to fucking Elder Dragon.
Well, you
You don't have to move. We're just giving you a heads up.
Oh, like I have a choice. Like I can take an Elder Dragon. Look at me.
You apparently could take me.
Yeah. Short stuff. He just points it toward you, but doesn't actually hit you. But it's really close. Like brushes this, like the clothing.
Just inner thoughts of respect your elders, respect your elders. God damn it! Why the fuck are they so annoying?
Oh, either I can help you out by with my ludicrous ideas, and you have a home to take with you, or you have no home and take what little you have.
It's not gonna work.
All right, that's fine.
Fucking pack up myself. I'll take it all down myself. Find a new place to live.
Probably find a nicer place to live than this place anyway.
I liked this place.
There's plenty of mountains around.
Yeah, but this was a real nice one.
By the way, were those your bear traps all set up around the mountain?
No. I don't use bear trap. I don't need them.
Who uses bear traps?
Remember all the bear traps you got coming up here?
I do.
I do.
Like we got like 15 bear traps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, bear trap's not my thing. It's cruel.
Yeah, the bears agree with you.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about a cave up top with markings of ancient ruins, would you?
Maybe. Refresh my memory. Is this the one?
The defense thing.
The cave that had a computer in it.
Oh,
Evil dragon weapon.
that is not dragon weapon.
Evil hunter weapon.
Yeah.
Hunter weapon, whatever.
That one was closer to where you guys are at now. It wasn't on the top of the peaks. It was somewhere roughly in this-ish area. I think it was actually farther south. It was a little bit lower on the mountainside. Because I'm pretty sure it was found in this section of the mountain.
I can't really describe it since I wasn't the one who entered it.
Mm-hmm.
I had New York take some pictures of it last time, so I started showing him.
Yeah, I remember that from my younger days. Not myself, I didn't there, but I remember it being. It's been there forever.
Yeah.
Has it always been open?
You mean the door? No.
When was the last time you visited?
He starts like fingers like. Oh, 500 years ago?
So recently.
Yeah.
I look at Heavy. I'm sorry, you said what? Me, my simple 80-year lifespan.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
500,
they've lived a long time.
like 500 years ago or so. I was a young whippersnapper back then. Much taller, too. Taller than you. Points to Gerathor.
You don't recall hearing any strange noises or loud explosions or anything like that recently?
No. And for those that were at the door was not there wasn't any kind of explosion marks on the door. It wasn't burst open. It literally was just like you opened it. Like it was unlocked.
No strange humming, huh?
No, I mean realistically, the distance of where he's at and your rough guess of where it's at, it's probably a few hours journey. So it's not like he would specifically necessarily hear it.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem. As he's like motioning for some kind of payment for the information.
Rolls eyeballs.
I'll give him 1 gold.
Bites it. It's it. Cheap asses, huh?
You're in the middle of nowhere. Where are you beginning to spend it on?
Well, I gotta move somehow and somewhere, don't I?
I mean, aren't you the one that moved it all up here?
Yeah. Like 10 years ago. I was younger.
I don't know that 10 years is much of a difference for you.
Yeah, what do you know?
I don't know. I'm just a simple snake person.
Yeah, you are.
Here you go. I start reaching through our bag of stupid things that we'll never get rid of. Here you go. I hand him a shark claw.
As he holds it, because
You bite it?
no, he's like holding it because it's actually decently big for his size. Whereas most of you guys probably could like grab it like one hand and hold on to it. He's like got it in both hands, like against his chest. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this, but thanks.
I mean, we didn't do
Oh.
that, so.
You can sell it. You can sell it over at the Hunters Guild. Some hunter will probably want to buy it. And if nothing else, the guild will buy it from you.
Okay. Get the fuck out so I can move.
Well, we are outside, but all right. Goodbye.
He doesn't say anything. He just turns around, goes back in, closes the door, and you just start hearing. Like just a slow walk away from the door. It just grumbles. God,
God, I hate old people.
Careful, Gerathor. You might live long enough to be him.
I definitely won't.
Blaze of glory.
I call it death by foul strikes.
Just rush the process.
Okay.
Yeah, if we see that cave on the way down, if I get a chance to boot it up again, we can probably get more information on it. But it looked pretty fried after I look over at Shaseth. Someone pressing buttons.
Well, you weren't doing anything useful.
Not that you could tell. I was working underneath the hood.
It worked, didn't it?
I don't know what you did because I was underneath the hood.
No regrets. Yet.
Small aneurysm.
So as you try to make your way back to the cave, let's go ahead and have Gerathor, give me another survival. Let's see if you're able to get on track towards where this cave was. Because you, like I said, you're going down a different path, but you can try to like lead back in that direction. At 20, I think that's acceptable enough to like try to find your bearings and kind of get back on your original trail. They begin walking down, and eventually, after about a half a day's journey or so, you make it down to where the cave was. You're sitting at the cave entrance right now. It leads about 15 or so feet down in a downward angle and then curves off to the side.
Flying.
Yeah, you fly in down to the bottom where there is a steel door. In the wall of the cave that's currently like slightly ajar, like it's been moved a tiny bit. You're not sure if like a creature touched it or anything like that, but you can see it's like partially moved, like goes from here to like this.
I will wait for party, and we'll have the New York let them know to be quiet on approach.
Okay. So the rest of the group, you guys gonna try to stealth down, or are you guys just gonna walk down?
I'll just walk down.
Yeah.
You have no reason to be stealthy.
Yeah, so they walk down, clank, 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 armor. And then they get down there. Nothing bursts from the door as they're making noise or anything like that. As yeah, you're all down at the bottom of this kind of winding cave. There's a steel door in front of you on the wall.
I put my armor on and we'll open the door.
You open the door. And as you do, the inside of the place is dark. There's no power. And I mean, there's a smell a little bit of like burning, like electrical, like fire at some point. You kind of recognize that from what happened with your, or at least your best guess from just the smell is from when Shaseth was pressing buttons and it kind of broke a lot of it. And there was just like that one printout from like a dot printer that said EHW.
All right. I'll be honest, I have no idea where to begin with this place, but there might be something of importance in here. Last time we were in here, we found a Camellia's head.
We didn't look very hard.
I'll give a rock to everyone, for anyone who doesn't have dark vision, so they can light up the area.
Okay.
I guess I'll take a more thorough look around.
And I'll see if I can get power back into the station for if there's lights or something.
Unless someone
Yeah.
else wants to look with me.
I'll go ahead and cast a light on the little stone.
So I'll give you a better light because it was darkness down here, so it still would have been dim light for everybody who had dark vision, which would still have been a negative on the perception check. With the light, you can actually, it lights up the whole room. You see I believe it was 5 tanks. A few of them are open. A few of them have been like busted out from the inside. You see the different little tubes kind of going up into towards the surface, and some digging down deeper into the ground. There is.
I'm gonna use
what?
a ritual for this one as I cast. During that process, I'll cast detect magic while everyone's searching.
Okay. So you detect magicking. You're trying to fix the thing. So why don't you give me a Tinker's Tools? I'm gonna go with disadvantage because this is technology that you're not familiar with whatsoever for the most part. For you, Flight.
Well,
Wow.
I don't care about your disadvantage.
Okay. I'll get to you in a second though. Gerathor and Shaseth, what are you guys doing?
I was going to look to see if anything had come in the time we've been gone.
You can give me a
Perception.
yeah, perception is fine.
I'll just help him out.
Okay, you have advantage on it then.
Alrighty.
29. Looking about, you do see some tracks, not humanoid tracks, but some kind of creature tracks. So like maybe something made this cave its lair or home for a night. At some point during your guys' journey. That's probably your best guess as to why the door was slightly ajar. Maybe it touched it, tried to open it, was unable to figure it out. But there doesn't seem to be there's no humanoid traffic other than like Flight and your footprints from the previous time.
Huh.
So.
Well, something tried to live in here earlier, but it didn't make it in.
Gerathor just kind of stares and nods at you.
Think I almost got it.
And as you twist one of the bolts, you hear a loud pop. It was more of a pop as a little panel kind of pops open in that main control panel, and inside you see a vial of red liquid.
Investigates thoroughly.
Okay. So it is connected by different wires, kind of are actually in the blood itself from above and below.
Oh, it's blood, guys.
It's definitely not blood. So definitely not blood.
Cut.
Gerathor recognizes
Guys, it's
it.
Yoster blood.
It definitely
It's
is.
fruit punch.
It's definitely fruit punch. Yes. You should drink it.
Maybe.
So yeah, I mean, you would detect it as soon as you kind of get a better light. You would know it was blood. The look of it and stuff like that. But you see different tubes going in from above into the tube and from below as well, and you can see it kind of At this point, it's very stagnant. The upper tubes themselves are empty, whereas the lower ones you can kind of see that are leading towards it are filled with the blood as well. And that is kind of what you see. You don't fix the machine necessarily, but you find this kind of compartment. You figure out how to open it up.
I have an idea. It requires much blood from one of my 2 Dragonborn.
What is this idea?
Well, most of these old technologies were made from elder dragons. If you guys have the bloods of elder dragons flowing through your veins, maybe you make a good substitute.
We are heavily diluted.
I'm hoping that it's good enough, as I point to the crackling lightning over there.
Well, it's worth a shot. I'll give you a little blood. Take my carving knife out.
Okay.
I'm just sharing everything these days.
I look at your carving knife. That's not necessary to pull out a syringe.
Cuts his fucking hand off.
Take as much as you want.
It's like can't fix a missing hand.
Mage, reattach it.
Wait, yeah, I can. I actually can prosthetics now. Aha!
I'll keep that in mind when I want.
Knife hand.
I'll keep that in mind when I want to chop someone or cut someone's hand off.
Yeah, I'll give someone a knife hand, or attach a weapon to their arm.
Hunting horn
All right.
hand.
So taking blood for them, I'm going to start putting them in vials and beakers like the ones they got in here,
Okay.
and see if I can get this working.
Okay, so you have a vial of Elder Dragonborn blood. You have this inside of the machine, a vial of blood. It's not completely full. There's blood in the bottom of it. There's no blood in the tubes above.
I'm seeing which ones may need blood and otherwise.
So in this case, it's one vial or some kind of cartridge. Then there is, from below, there is tubes that lead into it that are filled with blood out to a point where they go into the machine elsewhere. And then the ones above that go in, there's tubes, there's like 4 or 5 of them, that go up into other parts of this machine that are completely empty. There's no blood in any of those above. Like, what's your idea here to use? Like, what are you going to do?
All right. It's mostly flight take guesses at the moment, because of how Elder Dragon blood seems to work in his head, is that they extract some kind of energy from the Elder Dragon blood, and it's cycled through these tubes to somewhere else while the blood itself stays there.
Okay.
So he's guessing the machine somehow keeps the blood continuously pumping out energy somehow. So he's taking a guess with that and putting what he believes is the most potent between these two Elder Dragon affinity into the machine where it needs to be.
Okay, so which one do you try?
If Flight took a guess, who he thinks has the more potent of the Elder Dragon blood?
I mean, I feel like this is
If it's just a straight up experiment moment, then I'll just pick one and put it in.
I mean, I feel like this is kind of like Flight seduction, like go through Flight's like mindset of how he chooses one of them, I guess.
All right.
Before I can really give you an answer, or not.
I know very little about mountain snake, but I do know more about angry, unstable lizard.
Okay.
So I'll go with that.
Okay. So how you getting his blood in there? What are you doing?
So there's tubes like this in there, and they look like they pop out, as you said.
30. I mean, they to a point, yeah, I guess.
So there has to be some way to inject this in there. So I'm looking for a way to inject blood in there, be it syringe or otherwise.
Okay.
If not, I put a similar shaped vial in there.
Okay. So looking at it, it definitely looks to be almost cartridge-like, where you're kind of looking around with a 30, messing with things. You do find a switch on the back as you kind of reach back behind the vial. On this it's kind of in a metal like case. You find a switch, you pop, and the vial pops out. The little blood that's in on the lower half that wasn't in it starts to kind of like pool up and out of their tubes. There's no force holding them in anymore. So you're losing some of this blood on the bottom. What do you do?
I have more syringes. Put some blood in the new syringe.
Okay, so you're trying to like sop up that blood.
Yeah, well, I'll figure out what that blood is later.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine kit check or just medicine check?
There's no kit, so yeah, it would just be a medicine check. Okay. So yeah, so as you're trying to you have a syringe with a needle, you're like trying to like soak it up, like you get some of it, but it's not going well at all. It is kind of a panic cluster, but it's only about 5 seconds of you doing this. And as you kind of go, like you pull the last little bit out, you go back in, you stab into one of the tubes. And you pull it out. I mean, nothing else happens. It's the same tubes that are currently leaking out this blood, but you do stab into one of them.
Alrighty. Let's replace some of this with a Gerathor shot and see how it works.
Okay. So you have the vial that is like the cartridge. You have
Yes.
Gerathor's here that you have in like your own vial. They do not match in size, shape.
All right, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm doing what I'm doing, and if we were to stay here, at least for the day, we'll probably still just confused. So if we could head down, or we could stay here for a little bit. That's up to you guys.
Well, I don't see a reason to stay. Not really.
Because I'll just get the rest of the blood out of these I'll just grab the rest of these cartridges and
There's
put
only
them,
just the one cartridge.
just the one.
Just
If
There's
this place
no
doesn't
way-
get destroyed, I just come back here later, I guess.
There's no way to power the facility because Mage would want to stay. This would pique his curiosity a lot.
I mean, we can stay a little longer.
Because I can also use comprehend languages to try to decipher any script that's in the area that would help.
All right, I'm gonna give it one more good go here. Since they don't fit the same size, I'm gonna use the power of ramshackling.
I would also cast mending because it seems appropriate for this place to repair any of leaking holes or anything that he has. Because if I can repair leaking wineskin, I figure I'd be able to mend any kind of small little bit that's inside the machine.
I mean, I think it's fair. You definitely mend the hole that Flight put into the tube. 'Cause otherwise that could have gone bad if you got it powered. 'Cause it was just like psh, everywhere.
Well, since I'll be putting it into the normal size, the normal cartridge rather than that way, since I could just mend it. Let's try it that way.
So what are you trying to do?
So insert blood into cartridge using syringe, and then we just mend it so the hole is fixed.
So you're gonna take the blood that you have in the one cartridge that's already in there and just put Gerathor's blood as well in there.
That's Mage's. That's Flight's assumption at the moment. No better time for testing than right now.
Okay. So we'll say it's got about 3/4 in the cartridge. It's got about 3/4 of the blood in it right now.
Okay.
So you should like add fill the last fourth with Gerathor.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. If anything goes wrong, it's entirely my fault, but I'm gonna blame Gerathor anyways.
Just get a syringe, extract a tiny amount of Valstrax's blood, just a little bit, and then just pop it in.
No.
Yeah, no. We were too hard for that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh wait.
waiting.
On the off chance, I pull the chameleon's head out.
That thing is like decayed and disgusting than it was already.
Making sure there's like no power of magic would have done to make some kind of blood flow work.
It's
All
goop.
right.
It's goopy.
All right, not gonna work. Back to plan there.
Didn't know you still had that.
Okay, I took it with me just because we found a head. Might as well.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
It's not a bag of holding. Airless environment.
It was already kind of goopy and decaying before. So,
All right. Test 1A with Gerathor blood.
fill in 1/4 of it with Gerathor blood as it mixes in with the blood that was already in there. I mean, it doesn't in your hand doesn't glow or anything like that. It's just it's now full.
All right. Mend up the hole and insert cartridge.
Okay. Give me Gerathor, let's see how good your blood is. How close to another dragon you are. Roll me a D100.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Woo!
Gerathor on his true lore dragonborn.
That's pretty close.
You needed 100 now. Oh, actually, you guys missed that. Completely aside for the other group is I had Eris roll a D100. He was speaking to Maisie, the corn dog god, as you all know, and I had him roll a D100 on his paladin. He rolled a 1. Which actually is the number he had to roll because I was having him kind of doing a divine intervention type of thing. And he had 1 level into paladin, so the only way to get it was to roll a 1. I was like, wow.
All
So,
right.
so he got a response back.
Nice.
Yeah. But a 99. So as Gerathor, it is your blood as far as Gerathor is concerned. He is of course a fucking elder dragon. He's just a tiny elder dragon.
My assumption is correct. A black dragon is just superior.
So as you put it into the machine, the machine begins to whir as it's warming up. You start seeing some like flashes and some electricity sparks kind of all around you as there's some light bulbs explode outwards. The area lights up. You have some power. For how long? You're not sure.
All right. Back to the console.
I didn't think that would work.
I didn't either. Thanks, Gerathor. Apparently you're dragonborn. You're a true dragonborn.
Yeah.
Mess with the consoles of everything. Mage, you go take a look over there and tell me if you see anything important.
Just keep in mind, Gerathor, when you die, I'm carving you.
Wow.
He's worth parts, apparently.
The Latrian scale.
I would say I'd also be casting mending on parts that I see breaking that would look like they'd giving out to try to hold on as much as we can.
Okay. You can try to give yourself some extra time and whatnot. It makes sense. All right. I guess the question in this case with what's going on is, what are you guys looking for?
This is Agent Tech. I am gonna pull from that UA I just pulled out here and try to make it a ramshackle USB for myself to take information.
Okay. Go ahead and give me.
I can twin spell comprehend languages on both me and him at least.
Okay.
At least.
Well, if you would, go ahead and give me a. Just trying to ramshackle some information to withdraw from a USB-ish device. Give me a Tinker's Tools and let's see how well you put something together quickly from all the stuff around. A 14.
I will. I'm making sure I don't have anything that makes this better. I'm gonna give myself a +4, makes it 18.
Okay.
Oh, I can't do that amount of classes you just today.
Never mind. You cannot do that. A 14 still is not bad. You get something together. You plug into a what you believe is to be a port. It kind of has a little glowing light that it's active and doing something. You think it's working? We'll find.
All right. I start taking as much as I can.
Right. Okay. And then Mage, what else are you doing? You're comprehending languages. You're looking around. What are you looking for?
So is it just computers in this room? Is there also is this the same room that they were in previously?
Mm-hmm.
What's a computer?
It's one room. It's just one room. There's no back room. There's no additional rooms. It's just one room. That has the kind of console. It has tubes and stuff all through the places. It has the 5 tanks with the 3 that are open normal and the 2 that are just busted through.
I guess I'd be trying to examine the tanks to see what kind of labels or wording they'd have on them to see what they're labeled for.
Okay.
If at all.
Sure. As you're kind of looking around, there's a bit more light, kind of filling the Minute. I'm back.
Click
Whee!
with
Welcome
that.
back.
What?
While you were gone, I fought a Teostra and it got its blood. So
Well, I'm proud of you. Good job.
We
Good job.
turned Gerathor
Good job.
into a true
It was
Elder
actually
Dragon.
a
He is now an
fake.
Electron.
So, as you're looking around, the one thing that you do see on like kind of top label is 2 eyes at like the letter eyes
Mhm.
at the very top of the tanks of each one.
If I touch it, what does it translate into?
The number 2.
And this it's on all of them, or
It's not-
just
yeah,
one
every single one has a translates to the number 2.
second generation, second version.
Yeah, that's kind of probably what you decipher from that. These are definitely not an original model, but some other version of it. And I believe Flight is the one who knew what the equal hunter weapons were originally. You know that there are definitely.
It was me. I rolled
Oh.
a natural over nat 20 on it.
Well, you definitely know there are multiple versions, and the newer the versions are, the later they were developed in the war, the Great War, and the more deadly they definitely are.
Why would they be here? I want to stand in the container. I think Mage is like 5'7",
Okay.
and I want to see the size, like how much open space I'd have to like move around to compare like the size of the thing being held in here versus me.
So as you kind of stand in there, you definitely are much smaller, I would say, than the tank itself. Like you stand, there's probably another foot or so, if not more, above you. Width-wise, you're Mage. You're not a big, buff, strong hunter. You're spellcaster. You're not like frail and weak, but you know what I mean. You're normal sized.
Mhm.
You definitely have a lot of arm room for sure. Probably 6 inches or so, maybe a little bit more than that on either side of you.
Does this button say conversion? Turn Mage into a equal hunter weapon?
Yeah, the tank closes.
Okay. And is there any? I guess I'm assuming this is a tank. The doors open like a normal door, or like a little fish
It's
door.
like a hatch.
Okay.
Nope.
Is there any like frozen liquid on the ground, or any snow that is off colored?
There will be no snow since you are underground. It seems pretty self-sealed for the most part, so there's no snow. There is
But-
no liquid. There's probably some residue at the bottom of like where your
Yeah,
feet
I
are
was-
at. There's not
You see,
necessarily
like
liquid
a
though.
stain on the stone where it dries up and it leaves an outline of wherever liquid lies.
Gotcha. No, there's not any like on the floor or they walked out or anything like that, but there's a little bit at the very bottom of the actual tank you're in. That's kind of stained in your like what looks to be some kind of tube, like a drain.
I'm gonna try to extract that out.
Okay.
So 5 units, 3 are open, 2 are broken.
Right, 2 are broken through.
None of them are here.
Nope.
Okay, well, is there any way to tell if the break is in or out?
It's definitely out.
Okay, well, so 2 did escape. I wonder what turned the other 3 on and what powered the other 2 to cause them to break out. And I say all this out loud.
As I'm having a Matrix moment, staring at staring at the screen as it just continues to flash information.
Definitely.
What do you all think? I ask the other 2.
I'm not sure really.
No idea.
If we're fortunate enough, Mage, I'll be able to find out from this. As I continue watching the screen to see if anything pops up as I'm doing a download, I guess it would be equivalent called.
Yeah. I mean, as you're kind of just like watching, because you really don't have any control necessarily over what it is. I think yes, you have the console. So as you're kind of like scrolling through, I guess, files and stuff like that, you do detect a couple little things of like EHW v2 and a little bit of data on them. I kind of skimmed through really fast. That goes that it's being downloaded to what you have. And then give me a perception check, light. Okay, 12.
Well, I get advantage on those.
So, okay,
So-
you get
so
advantage
12.
because of mini orc.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're kind of looking through, you do notice you catch one word, and it says book.
Mhm.
It's kind of skimming through, and it's fading. Like you see at the top of the screen, it's coming to the bottom. Do you grab it? Do you let it go?
Grab. Push the button.
All right, you push the button. And as you do, you get a pop-up warning that says disk space full. Delete previous or remove this file. So do you keep the book or do you keep the information on the EHW v2?
Do I believe there's not a chance for me to make another one of these ramshackle devices?
You know you don't have the time for it.
Okay. Immediately I flip a coin. I'll have a coin. Gerathor, flip a coin.
Roll a fucking dice.
Head evens is the book. Tails is the information. Why is it not rolling? Oh, I guess the
Heads.
information's mine. Oh, heads.
Oh, he said heads.
Oh, well, heads was
Oh.
the book, so I guess I'm taking the book.
All right. So as you choose, you press the book, and it reads as it kind of finishes deciphering the rest where it says combo book downloaded.
At long last.
You almost gave it up. It was so close. So as that happens, the power begins to fade and fail away. It's been, 5 minutes or so as it goes dark once again. Information that the guild could have used is lost. But you got a book.
Yeah, but combo book.
A +1.
Mhm.
I look towards everyone. I did it. I got a book on how to think things better, faster, stronger. And would not tell the guild about this because I don't want them knowing that I could have had this something helpful for everyone or myself.
I want to open the console and see if even that main tube that they're all going to is emptied.
Oh, so wait, Claire.
The cartridge.
So in the cartridge, yes. I mean, as you look at it again, it's roughly about that 3/4 full or so. The whole top section tubes are empty once again. The bottom ones are filled.
Let's take the other cartridges.
There's only one cartridge.
Not the top 5. You said like it's two of them going into one in the center, and then the one in the center feeds.
They're literally
like,
just
5 above.
tubes that go into different parts of the
Oh,
machine.
okay.
There's only one cartridge spot, and there's just the one cartridge.
So we take that cartridge.
I'll agree
Use
with
this
that.
now. It's diluted as fuck.
Well, it's more.
What are you
of the,
talking about,
the
Gerathor?
cartridges.
You're obviously an Alatrion.
Even if your blood doesn't fit other things, the cartridge is what's important because its design might be difficult to replicate.
Yeah, I don't want to make
So
this.
if we find another console, we at least have a cartridge.
I guess.
And we are after another Elder Dragon. Maybe we can get more blood to fill this cartridge for future use.
What a bigger syringe.
Okay.
I thank you all for this wonderful moment as I start walking the door for a book.
And I take the cartridge.
Okay. Cartridge. All right, you guys exit out. Spend a good chunk of your day here. We're gonna say, so you have options. You can push forward, and finish out the, arriving in Berna at like midnight tonight, going beyond your normal walk or travel day. Though if you do, do a quick read here. You would have to make me a Constitution saving throw. And if you fail to save, you gain a level of exhaustion. That would be the only thing about it.
Are we in a rush to get down?
Not particularly. I don't think, are we?
I don't think we are.
It's up to Gerathor. He's the one leading the way.
I'd rather rest.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys rest then about 4 hours or so away from Berna as you go to find a place safely to rest for the night, as I need, I believe, light.
Yes.
Give me a stealth and perception.
Stealth. Perception. Perception's 23. I'm just reading my book as I'm falling asleep.
I also read that book.
I have the equivalent of a data pad in my arm. It's like so much information.
Okay, so as you begin your rest for the night, you find a no cave. You more find a location where there's a grouping of trees. As you're getting kind of lower part of the mountain, the trees are starting to fade away to the open plains for the most part. There's no snow where you're at, so it's definitely warmer than it has been. As Mage, if you would, give me a perception check.
-1 perception. Bam.
Okay. So as you're kind of keeping watch, listening about, trying to keep, no light and whatnot, you hear the flapping of large wings. Not too far above you. What do you do?
I stay quiet and watch, or keep an ear out, I suppose.
Okay. So as you do, you kind of watch. You hear as you hear the tree start to groan above you, as something has landed on the treetops above your camp. This has not seemed to have noticed your camp or you.
Is the camp lit, I'm assuming?
I would guess no. You guys typically wouldn't, in general, keep a campfire up, I would think. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that as a group.
Probably not. I mean,
Not.
we have hot drinks.
So no light. It's dark. It's there's some moonlight, but it's not enough to really make out anything because the trees, it's just a little thick. But something has landed up above you. And kind of you hear kind of a draconic like sound from above. But it's not really moving. It's just kind of whatever's up there is up there current.
Mini Orc
Going-
looks up.
To wake Shaseth
Okay.
with, I guess, my telekinesis more than anything else, because I don't really want to
Okay.
bother with prestidigitation. So I would appear in his dream.
Okay.
You are dreaming. You must wake up.
Wake up.
I would tell you before you wake up what's happening, so that way you don't just like spaz out as soon as you wake up.
Shaseth, what are you dreaming about?
Eating some of the food that was at Loch Lac City.
Okay.
Regional stuff. Sandy, spicy food.
Okay. And then Mage kind of walks into the place where you're at and gives you the lowdown and slaps your ass awake. As your eyes open, since you're prepared for it, I'm gonna say you don't need to make any kind of check. You just wake up quietly, eyes open. What do you guys do? No armor on currently.
Carefully take a look around without moving too much or making noise.
Okay.
See what I can see.
Okay. So yeah, because you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
So as you kind of look out, give me a perception check with advantage because it is darkness, which would be dim light for you.
Well, I could have had a 30.
23 is still really good. Okay, so as you kind of look up, you can't make out the color because it is grayscale. But it looks to be either a Raytheon or a Rathalos in the treetops above you.
That's actually relevant. Color is actually relevant for once.
Ha ha ha!
Should I wake up the rest? As I tell you with my mind.
Probably. Just so we're ready.
Okay, I'll do so. I'll start with Gerathor, since you also speak Draconic. And then I'll go to flight.
I don't think that these speak Draconic.
Well, I heard something that sounds like it, so I would wake up the two people who I know speak
That's-
it.
You heard
That's fair.
draconic noises, I think.
Yeah. So that's what Mage would do. Oh, these people speak it. Maybe they can. Maybe it's something. Because I wouldn't know, because I don't speak it, so I don't have no idea if it's a language or not.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna don my armor instantaneously because I have that. And we're not in combat. And you allowed that.
I mean, yeah.
It's in there.
I can also do the same thing.
I wonder if it
I
makes
cannot.
noises. Like we got a noise-ish. Gareth,
Iron
give me a
armor,
stealth
maybe?
check.
Do we still have that stealth buff? We never lost it.
You lost after 24 hours. It's been more than a day.
Okay, fair enough.
Dun. Okay.
I don't have dark vision, so I can't see squat.
Same.
So as you the armor to you, as quietly as it could, the wyvern above looks down. Starts kind of peeking around. I need everybody to give me a stealth check.
I don't have
Do we
armor
get a
on,
new
so
one?
I don't have disadvantage.
That's true.
Do we get a new one or the current one?
It'd be a new one in this case.
Yes.
Better.
-1.
Activate active camo. Go.
Oh,
Flight
man,
to
roll a
sleep. So
4.
flight. We're just gonna say you're not moving, so we don't need to make a roll. Or did you did roll? Okay, I missed that you did that. So flight's still currently asleep. It's just kind of looking around. Just kind of lets out like a roar, and then look again. As none of you are like in its sight, and then you all hear a response back, and then not far distant.
We're in the cave, right?
No, you're not in a cave.
right.
There's
Right, yeah.
treetops.
Right. So, I think we're gonna end up in a fight here. So I'm gonna very carefully grab my weapon and gear.
Okay.
And slowly start putting my armor on.
So as you
I'll have Gerathor try to help me if he can quietly.
I think I'm pretty quiet.
all right, so
Quieter than me.
as Shaseth, as you begin to move and like reach for like your weapon, you like
Very, very slowly.
carefully, yeah, and you kind of wrap your fingers around it. And you begin to move it, and because it's with one hand, it's a big ass greatsword. It like slips and starts to kind of scrape along a tree, and it looks down again.
I freeze.
And as it does, you watch as its mouth begins to glow. You're all looking up at just this glowing mouth now. Flight just
I quickly grab my other trinket.
as soon as he makes a move, the fireball is released down.
Oh boy, this is great. Because, hold on, where the fuck is it? Boom. I finally get to use it.
Okay. So yeah, the fireball releases down. Flight, since you're asleep because no one woke you up, you automatically fail to save. But
No.
But with Gerathor's, is it resistance or would you reduce it by half?
Resistance.
Okay. You gain resistance to fire damage because of Gerathor's circle, because you are within his ancient circle in this case with his reaction.
I just rolled from New York because he evasion.
Are we laying down?
No, I mean, I would.
we would
flight
just-
was. You guys were kind of all like prone. I would say. No one's really had a chance to stand up.
Disadvantage.
I was
on
helping
saving
him put his.
throws?
Is it
I
prone?
was helping him put his armor on.
You were like getting ready to like move towards him when this all kind of happened. Like it was all fairly quick. I would say Mage was standing up. Shaseth, you were, yeah, you know, sure, you three probably could have been standing up.
Crouching.
Like you were part of the standing up in this case would have been you. Like that's what kind of when this all happened.
Yeah, because I put my armor on.
Well, either way.
Nice.
All right. So Mage fails, Flight
Mage.
fails. Gerathor and Shaseth both succeed. Don't forget you guys get to also add. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Gerathor did add the +3 for Shaseth. You take. Since you're all resistant to it, you take 21 points of fire damage if you fail.
I am not.
You are because of the ancient circle.
The frenzy feat prevents me from gaining any
Oh.
resistances or immunities.
All right, so you take full damage. I know it used to be just half, but I guess we changed it to resistance specifically so it could be more, right? Come on. Gains resistance to the effect. Yeah, okay. No, it is specifically resistant. Okay, yeah, so Mage, you take 42 points of fire damage. Flight, you take 21. Shaseth and Gerathor, you both take 10. I'm assuming Shaseth, you grabbed your trinket to become immune.
Yeah, if I have time for that.
I think reasonably, yeah, you had your reaction in this case would be to grab your trinket.
Well,
Where,
I would have been using
Wait.
my cold trinket, so I'd have to use an action to switch trinkets.
it's sleeping time. I'm not gonna be particular on that. It's you reaction grab your one trinket you know you need, because that would make sense.
Burnt squawk.
Curious to how this works.
Mm-hmm.
I have resistance to fire base. This gives me resistance, which doesn't matter because I already have it.
Right.
So I just take the 10, right?
You just take the 10.
There's no like triple resistance.
Correct.
Shit. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, I got to use it.
You definitely saved fucking Flight, that's for sure. Yeah, Flight, you wake up, just your feathers are on fire as that roar off in the distance is much closer, as the wyvern above takes flight. And let's go ahead and just move to this grasslands little map. We're gonna use the cave for this one. We'll just use this side of the map.
Let's run to that cave.
you over here. You guys still have that Palamute?
I can.
Yeah,
conjure.
I bought one. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
all my money went.
Mini orc.
An X Palamute.
Oof, yeah. Actually, make a dexterity saving throw for the Palamute. It could survive this because of that fucking ancient circle.
Oh, now he's here. I don't have a. Oh yeah, we do.
I assumed that you left him in
Yeah,
town.
Berna.
I mean,
Look
if
for
he was
Kyle,
left in town, that's fine too.
Yeah, because he
I
didn't
mean,
come
he
with
hasn't
us.
been there for the entirety of the thing.
All right,
so
we'll
I
assume you
wouldn't-
left him in town. Make a dex save for him anyways. I want to know if he would survive if he was here.
I don't even have his character sheet.
I'll make it for you.
Oh, there it is. Bestiary.
Yep.
Let's see what he would have done.
He has a +2.
Ooh, good thing he wasn't here. Delete. Okay, so the unknown creature takes flight. Going to roll an initiative myself because you guys don't necessarily know exactly which one it is yet. I'm not even going to add any kind of bonus to it, so you don't know which one it is based off that.
Angry bird noises.
What the fuck? We're also going to use the Palamute for its turn tracker. And I am missing everybody right now. Actually, don't make this more. We'll just do it this way. So, clearly, something else is coming. So I'm just going to put them both on the map. One of these is already here. That would actually be the 7. Oh, it would be the 8. That's fine. Nice. That's funny. So,
didn't we hear it call out? Can't we discern the different call?
In the amount of time that it took, I was also going to bring up that with the flames as it shot down, those of you who looked up, I would say like Shaseth with his ridiculous passive perception, notices green scales above him. Because the Raytheon is the one that's currently here. It is right now about 30 or so feet above you, hovering just above the group. As Light, you are currently prone on the ground. Feathers are on fire as you're putting them all out real fast. You get to act.
I get up, and as my action, don my armor. And draw my weapons. Bonus action, I'm going to have Mini Orc use his action to use his new ability they gave him.
Yay!
He's going to Fairy Fire. Because he can see in the dark.
Gerathor, we have like a cord in front of your camera. I was like, what is that?
Looks like a strut.
Fairy Fire. Dexterity, saving throw. Nailed it. All right, he has been Fairy Fired. Red, white, and blue.
And as soon as it starts glowing, I can actually start seeing it because I couldn't see it beforehand.
You can definitely see it now.
You have to make my initiative 1. My armor isn't on.
I need to make it 1?
I got it. Because I roll advantage with my armor.
Ah. Nice.
All right, that is my turn.
Okay, so there's a glowing Raytheon above, shining bright. As it is now its turn. And it is going to swoop down. It moved because of Shaseth, so I feel like it's going to go for Shaseth. I think that makes the most sense. You're the first one to detect it. Whereas...
I'm clutching my trinket very happily.
As it dives down, and it is going to strike at you with its talons first. 14 in this case is a miss.
That hits.
Oh, no armor, right.
Yeah, my AC is currently 9.
So, it can still miss you, technically. For 16 slashing damage, as the talons rake into you, just cutting into your nighttime clothing. And it then flips over, striking you with its tail.
Ow.
All right. Then it's going to... I don't want to... The good news is that the poison damage is not part of the crit.
Is it con save?
It is a con save. You take the lots of damage. You fail the con save, so that's going to be more. But this is not double because it's part of the save and not the attack. So it is a lot.
45.
45 points of damage. That would be... The 13 is poison. The rest is piercing.
Yeah, I have no resistance to poison.
Okay. And that is going to be its turn as it's now currently hovering above you, Shaseth.
I believe I do not have any lay on hands left yet, because we didn't take a long rest.
Or you have not taken a long rest yet. No, if you guys would have made it to Berna, you'd have your long rest.
Right.
All right, Gerathor, you are up.
This is fine.
There's literally fire everywhere around you.
At least you can see it.
You can see it because of the fire.
As a bonus action, I am going to power juice my last one.
Okay.
Haste.
I should roll for this thing's HP.
You just hear me giggle. I'm in danger.
You just hear the angry birds thing coming from me.
Hasted action. I'm going to shoot the Kinsect at advantage.
Okay.
How high up is the Rathian?
Currently, it's sitting 5 feet above you.
Ah.
It says swoop down, did not go back up.
1 damage, but I get my first buff.
Okay. 1 damage. It kind of just like flinches sideways and just looks at the bug.
This is fine. Actually, no, I've already used my bonus action, so I'm just gonna Kinsect 2 more times.
Okay.
Just to try and get my buffs.
The side.
I don't think a 14 is
The
gonna
14 does not hit, but the 20 does hit.
hit. Alright, 2 buffs.
Okay. So as your turn comes to a close, we're going. You can move yourself to where you'd want to be at. I guess technically, everybody was within 10 or so feet. This thing would be at Shaseth, so it would probably actually be right here, is where it would like swoop down at.
I'm just gonna stay within range of Shaseth.
Okay. As it is now Mage's turn, and Mage wrote something to me. Let's see here.
I'm gonna get out of fireball range or group fireball range. That's my 30.
It's a major image. Appears at a spot you can see within range. Completely real, including sounds, blah, blah, blah. Can't create sufficient heat or cold to cause damage. A sound loud enough to deal thunder damage, but you can't create. Okay. Okay, as long as you're within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause damage to move in any other spot within range. As I mentioned, shaded location, you can also alter the period so that its movement appears natural. Cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times. Okay. Reveal it's an illusion. A creature can use its action to examine it, determine if it's an illusion with successful intelligence investigation, which this thing, okay. Okay. So you have an ass. So if that's what you want. That's what you want to do, correct, Mage?
Yeah.
Okay. So an Astalos. So for all of you, an Astalos appears above, out of nowhere, and comes diving down, towards the Rathian, which obviously looks up, and like just like roars back at it. Is currently not focused on the below. You guys hear a roar off in the distance.
Now it's a party.
Shaseth.
Do you let us know about the image or no?
No.
Ah.
You all just straight up see an Astalos just dive out from the sky, covered in electricity as it roars out.
Does it emit light?
No.
I think-
I mean, to an extent. I mean, is it
Yeah, the only thing I see right now is a Rathian. It needs to die. It shot me.
you hear, yeah. Everybody else that has dark vision can see it.
Right, it'd be my turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the Rathian as a bonus action.
I mean, there's flames, so you can probably see it up there. Some smoke and whatnot.
Rathian's glowing.
Okay, Rathian is glowing. Yeah, it's fairy fired. You've Hunter's marked it.
I will not charge because it's already fairy fired, so I'll just use whatever on there, which is I think level 2.
Okay.
Swing.
Crit.
Revenge.
I'll dump a 2nd level spite into it.
And you used all your.
Why
Just
not?
falling prone.
He does fall prone.
Yeah.
So it's 5 feet above you. So it would technically be in like the 10 footage spot. So I'll have a D6 extra. Takes 3.
That's a lot of dice.
A lot of dice. Right, God damn. Some math.
89.
Plus 3 from the fall, so 92, including the fall damage.
Sure.
Chop.
All right,
Second swing.
it's looking fairly bloody as you just strike and just like rip through its wing and like through its scales on the side of its body.
Hunter's Spark applies to every hit or just one attack per turn?
Every hit.
Right. Second swing. 19.
19. That is a hit.
Right. Everything's turned on right. Yes.
19. All right, the Raytheon is in some severe pain. So you slice through its wing as it falls to the ground, cutting into its body, and you just take the opportunity just to swing down, cutting into its tail, almost lopping it entirely off, as it then cries in pain and starts to like stumble to get back up, though it is currently prone.
I warmed it up for you.
Flight.
All right, move over here. I'm in range. I'm going to use my free action to reload. It's going to be trank ammo, but I'm going to get my power.
Okay.
And I got 3 shots coming its way. I loaded all of it with trank shots. Trank shot number 1.
I think these are only normal attacks, by the way, because it's prone,
Yeah.
It's prone, but it's very
still fine.
fired.
so they cancel out.
27, I mean, it just barely hits. It is still awake after the first one hits. Does Trank Shot gain anything from Empowered? I don't recall off the top of my head.
It just, I don't think it does, except for the hit.
Okay.
18.
Is Trank Shot lower than Trank Bombs?
It should
It's
be the same.
5d6. I'm just rolling low.
Yeah, he's rolling
Trank-
5d6s.
Tranks are D8s, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's true.
So reroll 10d8s.
I mean, honestly, in this case, it's not as big deal because it falls asleep, but you should fix that.
All right, okay. As you've written down, trank ammo is 5d6 in the gun.
Yeah, it might have just been a mistake on my part. It should be the same as all the other ones, so it should be a d8.
All right.
Mm.
Well, you said it falls asleep.
It falls asleep.
All right.
There's an
After, yeah, mini orc will notice that and will attempt to use fairy fire on that instead.
Oh,
Since I can use, yeah, mini orc, I give him the ability to use his action to do so. So I'm using bonus action to cast fairy fire on the Aslos.
okay. How is it? Is using your spell slots for this then? Just so I'm sure.
No, it's not using my spell slots at all. He gets to use a spell that I grant to him a number of times equal to twice my my modifier.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to make sure I understood how he was doing. Was all.
Yep.
Okay, so guess
So, fairy
Aslos
fire.
is fairy fired. It is glowing red, white, and blue now.
How does it affect an illusion? Is the question.
Yeah, I was about to say it would just fail instantly. It just wouldn't work.
I mean, I guess that's true too. It succeeds on its
passes save.
It succeeds on its saving throw. So powerful.
Raytheon stop glowing though.
Yes, it is. Okay. It's still Hunter's Mark. All right.
That was dumb. I was just sleeping.
How do you think
Oh,
I
it
feel?
is.
Because I'm like completely bloody.
You're saying that. There's still the loud. It definitely lets out a cry as it falls asleep, and you hear that roar even closer from off. That was off in the distance at one point. As Gerathor, it is your turn. Can't see where it's at because it's definitely outside your dark vision range.
And they're being Astalos.
I mean, I see a thing flying in the air,
Yeah, you do.
so I'm gonna vault
Okay,
and I'm gonna hit it.
through it. It is obviously not there.
Tis a displacer beast.
It can phase shift.
I think when you hit it, because it says physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion. So
Yeah.
as soon as you make that swing and pass through, you immediately realize.
You look down at me.
Mage.
You just see me holding my burnt body up.
right.
I throw a dog treat at you.
Wait,
You are the Goldo of the group.
Okay. Gerathor, anything else for your turn?
No, I'm staying in range of Shaseth. Actually, I'll use my hasted action just to take a potion of greater healing.
Okay. Mage, it is your turn. You are currently concentrating on your silent image or major image above.
I suppose I should mention that I am bloodied.
I guess I'll use a ready action to launch an Eldritch Blast on sight
Okay.
as I as I
No,
guess
you
I would
can't. You have
move
to
the-
concentrate on that to do that. So you can't do that. You have to drop the image if you did that.
But Eldritch Blast is just a cantrip. It doesn't require concentration.
When you ready in action, you concentrate on with the spell. You concentrate on the spell until it goes, no matter what it is.
Oh.
In this case, you
Hmm.
could not. You could. Yeah, you can't even ready. You could ready a, to shoot with like your repeaters. If you wanted to do that.
Take dodge action.
Yeah, do that too.
Yeah, I'll take the dodge for now.
Do you get closer to
Shane,
Shaseth or no?
Did you use major image or what you use?
It was major.
Major.
You can make it move then, I think, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna make it move. I wanted to fly high enough above us because I'm assuming what's coming is gonna try to attack that, and that's what I want. So I want it to be right above the
Okay.
view of everyone.
Yeah, so it flies. So that would be your action then instead of the dodge action, because you'd use an action to move it and stuff. So okay, it flies up into the air, and as it does, anything else for your turn, Mage?
That'll be it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Just that's fine. That's it.
It is now the Rathlos' turn, and from roughly about 120 or so feet away, you all just see a bright red fireball just flying towards the Aslos where it's at. As it passes through, it explodes just behind it. As the Rathlos just continue to just travel towards it. That
Now
fireball,
what?
depending on where that fire you guys had the Aslos, that fireball came down at you. So moving it up was a good move. That is going to be its turn. Not recharge, as it is roughly about 90 feet away from the Aslos, which is I'm going roughly about 60 feet in the air. So let's go and give us a nice distance here. We're gonna go with it being here. So it is there. So that's where it's at on the map. 60 feet in the air. Okay. It is now your turn, Shaseth.
I get out a greater healing potion and drink that.
'Kay.
Then, how long does it take to put an armor on?
It
10
depends on
minutes.
the kind of armor.
Full plate.
Yeah, it'd be
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
Then I don't bother.
I hate it so much.
Mm-hmm. You just need your squires to cut that time down. So many squires. I would still play a character that would do that. Just squires. Close
Ten
me.
On for me.
I will join in the fight once I have my armor on. You guys got this until then.
Single fireball knocks them all out.
And then literally the fight ends. All right, my armor's on. Let's do this. Fuck you, Discord.
He left.
I already yelled the Discord.
What do you think we should do, Gerathor? Should we try to sneak away, or?
Nah, screw it, kill it.
Alright, I can't reach it from here. So, good luck.
Can we see it yet?
I would say because of the flames and stuff like that, you can make out like a silhouette, the 60 feet up in the air, off in the distance.
I'm gonna move my Hunter's Mark to it with a bonus action.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
All right. Move it in order. I can't change the token. Okay, that would put you at Flight's turn.
Alrighty.
The Astalos sits above. Fireball hit it and seems to have no effect.
Either it's magic or the Astalos is immortal. I'm not taking my chances with that. I'm moving out of the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna reload my ammo as my free action. I'm gonna put. So I assume I can see the Astalos got passed through, so I'm gonna put storm ammo because I can hear a roar symbol with that.
Okay.
Mini orc be able to see way better than me. Will fly up 30 feet. Will be in 60-foot range of this thing and fairy fire that.
Okay. R. As he fails, rolling a 13. Still red, white, and blue.
Good old fairy fire.
Mm-hmm. You can all see it now.
My action for flight would have just been a dodge action.
You dodge.
Turn's over.
The Raytheon's dead. Gerathor, you are up.
It's not dead.
All right. Well, I have a shitload of movement.
Bet you do.
It's there, and I will hasted action Kinsect. Still have advantage on. All right, we are superpower.
Damn it.
Red essence.
Okay.
Bonus action aerial assault, and I will regular vault. And you said it was 60 feet away.
60 feet
and
up.
I can reach that.
Which your vault is what, 50 or 60 feet now?
60.
Is it 60?
Yeah. And my reach is 10
Upgrade.
feet anyway, so.
Yeah.
Thunder Soul.
28. That is a hit to just barely. Deal an amount of damage. 34 points of damage. All right. So you strike into it, right through the belly. Pull it out as you then fall to the ground, landing.
Oh, as I'm falling, I'll strike again.
Alright.
18.
Yeah, you could do that. That's easy. An 18 does not hit.
That's fine.
So you strike at it. It's like kind of catches with the claws. You pull it free and then land on the ground safely because you're a dragoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, strength save.
No.
For the first one. Fails. It's prone.
And so it falls out of the sky. Wow. That's
That's what it gets for having his partner wake me up.
yeah. As it crashes to the ground. Fucking 4 6s and a 5.
Brilliant. Guys, I just did all that.
Okay, Mage, you are up.
Can I still see it?
It's on the ground and it's
It's
glowing red,
very
white, and
fire.
blue. You cannot.
I didn't know
miss
if there
it.
was actual like a field or if there was
Yeah,
stuff
it,
in
it
between.
literally has a glow. Yeah, you can. I mean, there's a couple trees and stuff in the way, but it's nothing you couldn't just easily avoid.
Not knowing its health, I'm just gonna magic missile it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast an altered version of magic missile, as it deals lightning damage. As
Okay.
I'm gonna make it fly through the Astalos and then out.
Okay. Let's see. And then out. All right, that was a whisper to me, but I see it.
Oh, my bad.
So it is 9, 4, 7 for the higher cast level, and then 9 lightning on top of that.
9 times 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be 16 plus 9. Sorry.
There's a
Plus
lot.
5 plus 9. 61 points
61.
of damage. As the Rathalos is not looking good at this point. Yes, you just watch a barrage of lightning missiles just strike down into the Rathalos and just puncture holes. It is crying in pain. It doesn't understand what's going on. It was just trying to come find its wife as you guys murdered it for no reason just because its wife fireballed you.
That's not dead.
Not yet. As it's now its turn. Unless Mage, you want to do anything else.
That's all I got, Chief.
Okay, it stands up. As it's no longer prone. weakly trying to stand. You can see the holes in its wings. It tries to kind of fly, but is unable to do so. As it then bites at you, Gerathor, because you're within reach. If only I had advantage for some reason.
No.
No, I use my...
I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it. It has advantage because I said so. I was trying to think if I had DM inspiration, but I used that, so I don't. Right, and then it's going to attack you with its talons as well. There we go, 27.
That hits.
Okay. As you take, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. That's a success.
22.
So that's 10 points there. That would put you at 31 points of damage total. 10 of that being poison.
Resistant to poison.
So 5 poison. So it would be 26 points total.
26. So I need to make a 14 DC con save for the haste.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, 13, sorry.
Good. All right, that is its turn. Shaseth, you are now up.
When I cap it, I look over him.
Might as well.
All right, well, kill it with your sword again.
You could capture it.
I don't have my armor on, so I'm not fast. So I'm just gonna get here by Gerathor, provide support.
Okay.
I will drink another potion.
Okay. Well, did you dash to get there?
I did. Never mind then.
A flight. Now the question is on the armor. Is it for the speed eating? I think you can just do that because you're attuned to it. I don't think you necessarily have to have the armor on for the speed eating effects. If you have that, you could bonus action.
Oh, that's what I assumed. I'd have be wearing it to use it, but
Certain ones require it. Other ones are like if you're attuned to it. If it doesn't specify, I would say if you're just attuned, it's fine.
attuned, wearing, yeah. So Jagras is just attuned.
And then you could just do it, yeah.
All right, free switch the trank ammo, first shot.
Mm-hmm. You are not yet within 30 feet, sir, so that would be a disadvantage, I'm
I have
pretty
50
sure.
foot. I have 50 foot range.
Oh, okay. Deadeye or something like that?
I got a material.
Okay. So a natural 1 is a miss. Oh, wait,
Well, I
no.
don't have a
27
natural one.
because of Fairy Fire. That is a hit as it falls
18.
asleep. 'Cause
Yeah!
It only had 11 left.
Natural 1, you think
Actually,
I have?
Actually lied. It had 18 left, so it literally just fell asleep. Or... Okay. As combat comes to a close.
That was annoying.
Yes,
Yeah.
Los Vantage.
Alright, who made the illusion? I turned to Mage, but I can't see Mage in the darkness.
Well, to your left.
Where? Where? That's right. Where?
I point, but he can't see.
I mean, there's fire right now. Your guys' entire campsite is on fire.
I turned Mini Orc's headlights on so I can see.
I start putting out some fires using my feet and arms.
Okay.
I'll hug the fire away.
Stop, drop, and roll as you're stopping, dropping, and rolling on the fire.
Right. It can't hurt me.
Alright, I set the flare up for the Palicos.
Yeah, the Palicos eventually come and pick up the Rathlos and the Raytheon, and then run away with them, not helping you with the fires whatsoever.
No, everyone, hitch your ride, jump on the carts, we can get back there quicker.
They vanish.
Darn Palico ninjas.
So, there is a fire going on. Do you guys, are you going to try to put it out completely? Because I mean, there's some fire on the sides of the trees. There's fire on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on a tree, I'll just cut a chunk out of the tree that's on fire.
I use magical power of snuff.
Prestidigitation.
Oh no, pyrotechnics just.
Okay. If you're going to spend the time doing that, let's go ahead and have everybody make me a Constitution saving throw that is assisting with the fire.
I'm going to bed. I'm sure that people can handle it.
Only you can prevent forest fires, except for Rathlos and Raytheon. They make too many of them.
I am sleepy.
You're sleepy. So Flight and Shaseth looks like are the two that are doing it. So it takes a bit of time without the assistance of Mage and Gerathor, who's like snoozing next to a flames. On a rare occasion, you're both going over there, like just like batting them away. At one point, the fire kind of kicks up from a little hidden spot, or Gerathor rolls over onto like some embers and stuff like that, and he's like, ah, and then rolls back over the other way because you're not immune, you're just resistant. It's a slow build up. You eventually put it out with a 9 Shaseth. In this case, you do not really get a good night's sleep, though. So I mean, it doesn't matter. You're not getting a long rest anyways at the moment, but you do gain a level of exhaustion. But the fires are put out.
I got marked.
Fires are put out. Everything's good that way. Just it was a long night. No thanks to the help of your companions that slept.
One of us has to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need
Well,
this.
you have to say the other bird gets the worm.
Yeah, so Mage doesn't need to sleep. He just watches you guys do it the entire time.
I'm meditating. I'm pretty low on health, so I don't want to risk anything right now.
Shaseth's like walking, doing all this stuff. There's still like a flick of flames on his like side. There's like a huge puncture from the stinger earlier in him, and he's still working hard. You guys wake up in the morning. Some ashes around you a little bit here and there. Most of the section is still in good shape, and obviously it will regrow. And you begin making your way to Berna. So we have one last survival roll before you make it to Berna, just to see, since we did not. Oh, I do. Stay. Yeah, Gerathor, if you would make me a survival check. Why didn't that transition? Weird.
So the polar fields.
Well, I mean, the more weird is that the stream one didn't transition whatsoever. They bugged out. Which transition really fast here. That did. No, it's not. It's literally keeping on the same damn thing the whole time. Stream, I will fix it in a minute here.
Rocks.
We're in the arena. It's a giant joggers.
Roll 20 is all sorts of weird right now.
Yeah, I had to refresh it several times already.
So I'll refresh it for the stream here in a minute. I just can't do it just yet, as you're currently around. Gerathor made his roll. All right, you make it to Berna after another little 4-hour jaunt, making it about noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon as you return to town. Town looks the same as it did before. The kind of white marble stone buildings, the smithy hard at work, the White Academy sitting atop a cliffside above the village of Berna. You're welcomed in as hunters, as they recall you from a few days ago. What do you guys do?
Point me to a
I
bed.
have no idea what I'm looking at.
It's
It's a blank thing with a giant boulder in the middle of it, and the word boulder next to it.
I have no idea. Just refresh.
I
I'm
have
looking
this
at the
big old
arena from-
Jaggers,
This I'll post
This
this
is
massive
this
Jaggers.
Back stay.
Yeah, I see. This is literally my Grimokind character.
Hey guys, I don't know. Oh,
Oh, there's the boulder. I see the word boulder on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a switch for the boulder.
refreshing. Roll 20,
Sure, I'll
guys.
refresh.
Roll 20. I'm almost done with getting all the stuff in. A lot of fucking materials to put in. Ah, hey, there's a random Harris on the map.
Yeah, I noticed he was up there at the start of the session.
There we go.
He must have accidentally dragged it out.
Yeah, your background isn't loading, but that's what we're looking at.
All right.
Here we
Back
go.
in a
Right.
city, back in a town away from the mountain.
1 sec.
Decent talk.
Yes, it was.
I did it on the. All right, now that's all back on. Good there. Okay, you guys are in Berna. You've made it down the mountain. I think you're walking down, and one of the guards is like, "You look like hell."
I look great.
Yeah, you're fine. And he looks at the fucking flight and Shaseth. I think Mage. I'm not sure exactly how he's doing right now.
I have 19 health.
You all look like hell, except for Gerathor.
I'm pretty healthy. It's just that I got woke up in the middle of the night by a fireball.
Now I can see the he's like pointing to the feathers that like singed. Goes, I hope, yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, at least you
think
don't have to worry
we
about that anymore.
Beeline it to the
The guild.
guild.
Okay.
To deliver the news.
Okay. So as you guys make it to the guild hall, it is one of the larger stone buildings in the area. You can see the guild manager sitting on kind of a large pink pillow, reading a book like she kind of was the first time. You have Veza hard at work stamping a bunch of bounty requests for hunters that are getting ready to head out. Pull up the rest of the information on this local place. Go. Okay. So where do you guys go to first? You go to just right to the guild. Okay. So yeah, you can go.
I ask her if she's about to send any hunters into the mountains.
She kind of looks at you and goes, Gerathor, good to see you too. Yeah, we have have a recent request for someone finding a bunch of bear traps up there, some poachers. So we're sending out a guild knight to go take care of that.
Just I pour them all on the table.
I think we dealt with a lot of them, but I think you need to redact all adventures or contracts into the mountains. We kind of struck a deal with the Valstraks up there that everyone would leave it alone, and we got what we needed from it.
Kind of looks at you like,
Yeah.
It'll kind of kill everyone that goes up there. No hesitation.
Won't have to worry about poachers though. They'll be taken care of.
she's just give me 1 minute, hun. And she goes like scurrying. She's got like her like the bounty she was holding. The guy's like, wait. As she like runs over to the guild manager and like goes and whispers in his ear. And you just hear her go, "They did what?"
That is true. But actually, Flight never did ask what you guys did up there because he wasn't a part of the conversation.
I thought you saw everything through Minior.
I found out I actually can't do that.
Cheater. Cheater this whole time. I feel so
I
lied
thought
to.
it was like every other familiar. I'm not.
All good. So, and you just send them to me right now. And Veza comes like scurrying over, like, "Oh fuck. The guild manager would like to see you." She just kind of like points, like, "I have to take care of them, so just you can do it yourself.
Yeah, we're good.
Good luck."
Like,
I'm back.
stiffly walk.
I'm just overly confident.
You
Notice
walk
her.
over there. The
We
guild.
did the right thing.
I noticed that Mage
Mhm.
had an illusion up. I think came back from the bathroom again.
Aha.
Yeah, I'm back.
That's a pretty useful spell, Major Image. You just leave yourself there and leave.
Just sneak
I
away.
learned it when I was in school. It helped me skip some classes to learn some other studies.
Mm.
So we have the guild manager, who usually, she was very happy and cheerful, like that. Her book is closed. It's sitting down next to her, which I think, and like everybody in the guild hall is just kind of like turned and is like looking and watching you all at this point, like, "Oh fuck, I've never seen this before." And she just kind of stares at you all. You can see the wrinkles on her forehead. Just, you struck a deal and just gave away everything behind her.
We
Well,
did.
if you keep it low, probably it won't notice, but don't go up the mountain.
It was the better alternative to allow an elder dragon to thrive and also not harm the town. It said it would keep to itself up there. It wasn't going to come down. It could have come down. I think we made the right call.
Also, we dealt with a Rajang up there.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't think it was any threat to us down here. So,
Now it definitely isn't.
true. Struck a deal without consulting me first in my territory. Just because you have those emblems, as she points to the emblems you were given for kind of your special task, does not give you right to take away our hunting ground. Now, I have to deal with the people that are on those mountains and relocate all of them, which is going to cost a lot of money. I have to cordon off the entire area because now nobody who goes there is going to die to an elder dragon. And if someone dies to the elder dragon, then I have to send hunters to go kill the Valstrax. And that means I risk more hunters dying.
I mean, you could always just notify people.
There's only so much that can be done. A wyvern, a elder dragon, a creature that kills the human population needs to be dealt with.
Makes sense.
There's nothing that can be done, but I'm not happy.
Well, we made a large racket last night because a Rathian and a Rathalos came hovering around, and the Valstrax didn't turn up. And we were pretty low altitude, so assuming that you haven't sent people to, the peaks, they're probably going to be okay, assuming they come back pretty quick.
We also got to deal with the definition of what a mountain is to a Valstrax. What is a mountain to a Valstrax?
Probably it's like tallest peak territory. Gonna assume that much.
I'm not happy.
I didn't expect you to be. But I think we made the right call at the time. I stand by what I did.
Go. I'll deal with the fallout.
I'm going to bed.
It's like when your mom's mad at you or disappointed in you. Kind of what she's giving off right now.
She'll get over it.
Gerathor, consequences for everybody else but me.
We didn't have to kill an elder dragon, and none of us died.
Yet.
I like one of those options.
He sends you off. Veza just kind of looks at you like, so lucky.
But wait, I had more information.
You stop. Yes.
There's a lab up there.
Where?
Up halfway, about a little bit up the mountain, like show them on the map. Old lab. Got the power running into it for a while. Not much else in there. We found this. I put the Chameleon's head on the table.
The worst part is it's just a giant pillow, on a table where she's sitting at. So you, place it down.
Oh, I wouldn't put it on her pillow. I'll put it on the floor if that's the case.
Okay. That is decaying.
Well, it was frozen up there in the mountains. Also, equal hunter weapons, if that rings a bell to you.
It does.
Yeah, 5 tubes that apparently had them at some point in the past were up there.
You're
5
sure?
tubes.
Well, yeah. I started pulling out pictures from mini work.
Some were broken out, some were opened.
All right, and as you say that, Veza! As Veza comes running over, oh, yes, my lady? And then she kind of whispers in your ear. You see Veza's eyes just kind of slowly get wider and wider. And then
Did I catch what you said?
she goes running off. I would say with a passive,
20.
you probably hear a little bit of like broken of chief researcher, Soratorium, bring him.
Other thing I learned is that it runs off Elder Dragon blood.
So there's not much left up there, really.
Okay. And yes, we're quite aware of how the ancient civilization used the Elder Dragon blood to power most of their devices, which is why we do not support what they did, as that led to their downfall, as I'm sure you all know from your studies.
Right.
She stares at all of you.
Flat ignores
Yeah.
that completely and wonders how he can make more airships.
Cool.
Anything else?
Nothing really else important.
Do you have the airship timer, like routes, like arrival date, or is that somewhere else?
We'll go be someone else's problem.
I do not know off the top of my head, but when Veza returns, I'm sure she could tell you.
All right.
Thank you.
Leave.
All right.
I'm very
Hey, Mage.
disappointed.
Sorry, Mom.
Hey, Mage, you want to help me make this into an actual book so we can sell it for a mint?
Sure.
Flight, did you leave those pictures with them?
I can't physically make pictures. I just have visuals.
Oh, right. Probably should have that, someone draw your visuals.
Oh, unless you have an artist who's pretty good with drawing around here.
I'm sure we have someone.
As I pull out my art set.
I mean, you can try looking for somebody, in the Y Academy or Burner or something like that.
Yeah, we can spend a little time, I think. We need to rest and recuperate, don't we?
Yep.
I think the idea was basically just waiting for the airship to get back,
Pretty much.
depending on how long that was going to be, and then probably just downtime actioning.
Downtown. We
Sounds
get
pretty good
paid.
to me.
No, we haven't handed it in yet.
That's
We
Boca
have to hand
Village.
it in a okay. Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
Yep.
What do you need money for, Mage? Are you gonna take another 1,000 of my gold to buy a bunch of peppers?
Considering I have 9 copper and 3 silver to my name, I mean, anything really would be nice.
I give you serious squint. What do you want to do, Mage?
It just depends if we have the downtime or not.
Okay, then. Let me go get these pictures done real quickly. Sorry, developed in a way, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
Give me a
I'll assist with finding one.
investigation check.
I can't assist with finding one.
Well,
I'll
I
try
get
to persuasion it.
Investigation would be more is to like find someone who could do it.
Yeah, I don't have that skill.
So so flight would be a 15. Flight, you find somebody. As you ask around, I think it takes almost the entire day to do so. As you find someone later on the night at the Y Academy that is a younger student that definitely has the goal of like joining the Scriveners, where it's a lot of recordings of new creatures. So there's definitely a lot of drawing of these new creatures and whatnot. So they're willing to do it for you, though they are going to charge you to do so. Let's see how much they're going to charge you, since we're assuming Shaseth might be with you in this case. So if you want Shaseth to like do a persuasion for you, or if you want to do it yourself and have advantage, or how do you guys want to do it?
I would like advantage.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do you have, well, in this case, like, do you have persuasion as a skill that's checked?
The only persuasion skill I have is pay them.
Okay, so you can, Shaseth, you can just have yours at normal then.
Wait,
Alright.
I have You're going to Scriveners to try to copy down the text you got?
He's at the he's at the White Academy. He found someone who wants to be a scrivener at some point, so that's who's going to do the work. They're just a student in this case.
I have a bunch of pictures they're going to try to copy.
Okay, yeah. So they kind of like rough guess like gold per picture.
All right. I would have a maximum of 3 pictures right now.
No, like yeah.
And 1 Valstrax picture of him eating the Gammoth.
This is definitely like Shaseth convincing them like that's a great price for this, which for you guys is like chump change. For them, it's probably it's a solid month's worth of college food.
Mm-hmm.
So
We've been there.
Do you have money in college?
Trainee hunter,
Yeah.
All right. So I'll have Mini post the pictures up, and because I have to wait for them to do them anyways, I'll try my hand at also making some art, making a copy of the artwork.
Okay.
See if I can hold up.
It would be fucking calligraphy tools.
It's the same for me. My role will be the same no matter what.
Okay.
It should be depending on what stat you make me use.
It would be
Dexterity, really.
yeah, dexterity does make sense for this. I would agree.
Ta-da!
You have disadvantage because I say so.
Well, that would suck.
No, so 32. You definitely, it is in some cases at some time in the far future will be considered a masterpiece. But since you're still alive currently, everybody's just kind of like, it's a nice drawing.
Of course, the picture everyone's gonna idolize is the one about the Valstrax eating the Gammoth.
Mm-hmm. Just the one leg stump that you guys had. It's just like it grabbed it with its wing.
I didn't see that. It was when he was hovering over the whole Gammoth. That's what I saw.
Okay. So you kind of spend the rest of your night doing that flight, getting that done. It still takes you a couple hours to do. With masterful strokes and colors. It's very vivid. A very powerful message.
While he's doing that, because I helped him out, I'm gonna see if there's like a spa or a bathhouse or whatever.
Oh, there definitely is.
Shined. Yeah, I'll take Gerathor with me.
Okay. So you get
night of town.
Sure.
Enjoy.
Do we
How
have
much
to
will that cost?
translate that combo book?
It is in ancient Wyverian, so it would definitely be like a comprehend language to write it down and whatnot to get it to normal common now for sure.
I can spend my time. I can spend my time doing that because between the Wizard of the Scribes, I don't have to worry about ink or anything, and comprehend languages, and also because I don't have to sleep as well. Like this is all that would be considered light work.
Okay, yeah, I would say over the night you could definitely get that all jotted down as a combo book 1.
Could we get the airship schedule off of Visa?
Yeah.
Before we left and everything.
So she informs you that currently the Sortorium it's technically on its journey back from the Locklack in this case. It was dropping off some supplies to them in the desert region. And they should be returning probably in the next 3 to 4 days or so.
Plenty of time.
And then their next journey is going to be heading towards the Verdant Hills, though. Afterwards, if they grab some stock here. So if you guys are looking to go to the volcanic region, you can definitely save some time potentially if you wait for them in terms of your own travel. Though if you left earlier, you could probably make it to the volcanic region faster. In terms of time, not in terms of safety.
Flight don't want walk. Flight won't fly.
I would say, considering the terrain of the volcanic area, flight might be the best option.
It's 16 tiles to the volcano area.
8 days.
So 8 days. And how fast would the airship take us?
I believe it was 4 tiles per day. So it would only take 4 days.
We'd save a day or two. We gotta wait 3 days for it to come back.
Yeah, but during that time we can ready up,
Yeah.
prepare, whatnot.
Yeah, do a bunch of stuff.
Ugh.
Make a bunch of these volume 1 books and start selling some.
So
Highest bidder.
as you are translating the overnight mage the words of this combo book from his like USB console drive thing he has invented, to have a screen in the first place.
I invented a laptop.
He invented a laptop. As you are writing down the words on the paper you have in common, they are disappearing from the USB drive. Word for word.
Strange.
What if I try to translate what I had copied now onto another page?
And as you do that, they vanish from the page you've written.
It's impossible.
DM Fiat. Got it.
Treat it
Combo
like
books
a
are rare
manual
for
of,
a reason.
I suppose you could treat it like a manual of whatever.
They're, in this case, the combo books themselves are extremely rare. There's definitely some arcane arts to them. So unless I would say it'd probably be beyond even Mage's understanding at this point, based off level, to know how to duplicate them versus basically Mage, you understand as you transcribe them onto different parchment, such it disappears from the previous one. So there's no possible way to make copies, though you can change it from one medium to another.
I wonder if it's better for me to copy this in my spell book than it would be into a normal book.
Do you have enough pages?
My spell book is essentially infinite when it comes to the order of the scribes. The only reason why it's beneficial is because if my spell book gets destroyed, I can completely remake it with all the text inside of it.
Well, you do you. Only one person can use the combo book at a time, I think.
And I figure at that moment, I can just pass my spell book over and they can use it for the combos. Obviously, they can't use the spells, but the combo book isn't spells. It's just an advanced recipe technique.
Secrets.
What are you talking about? Can't use your spells. I ignore all I ignore all requirements. I'll take your book and use it too.
I'll do that for safeguarding, considering if it's going to erase itself, at least it'll be in a weird state of limbo where it'll exist within my own book eternally.
Well, if you do this without telling Flight, it happens. If you do it with telling Flight, he accepts it because he can't stop it.
I would tell him, because it doesn't change anything other than the fact that the wizard, I'd be able to recover it in case we lose the book, because I don't think Mage would be able to remember every single thing word for word.
All right. Well, I stunned the student with my art. After I want to see what his artwork looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a roll here.
I rolled my art already.
Yeah,
I want to see what his is.
I already mentioned yours is a masterpiece. There.
I want to see what his was.
Theirs is a 17, so it is not. It's not bad.
The last paragraph is what I refer to. It's open for interpretation, but it's your call, Amellwind, if whether or not I can recover the recipes out of my spellbook.
Oh, I mean, yeah. It would have to be. You'll have to find out when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of what it would. I can't really go like yes or no right now because you really don't know.
Yeah, I just want you to be aware of like what it actually says versus me just saying what
I got you. So I will not give an answer as to whether or not it does. I'm aware of that.
I make sure I sign my art with my name on it and put it up.
Flight D. But no, his drawings are not. They are not on par with what you did yourself, but they're still quite good. they're definitely detailed enough. There's enough in there. You can make out all the details that you have from it. So they're definitely acceptable. They're just not going to be in a museum after that person died. But they could end up in like an educational book.
I see. The only ones I turn, the only one I turn in for the art would be the Valstrax one. The other three I keep for myself for reviewing later.
Repeat that.
Because his were. I'm going to keep the three that the other three I drew to myself.
Okay.
Why? Because I paid him to draw up the other ones to give to the guild.
Okay. All right.
Come back, show everyone my drawings.
And as it's happening, Gerathor and Shaseth, you're in a bathhouse.
Hey, how much does it cost?
A silver. Actually, no, not even.
Right.
It's probably a copper. It's open to most everybody.
Not
You want to
even
get into
keep
some of the
track.
more exclusive like spots of it, like to be like like private part of it. It'd be like a silver.
I feel like being pampered today. I'll split a gold into a silver, or 9 more silver.
Okay.
Oh, we get 8 more silver. I'll pay for Gerathor.
Cool.
You guys are walking around Elder Dragons with like the bath towel around your waist. One of you may or may not have one of the ones on your head that's nice and warm, like relaxing and soothing on the horns that are probably sore after all the work you guys have been doing and stuff like that.
Where I got impaled.
There's a poultice, like in your chest where the stinger was at one point. A little bit of it was still left in there that someone had to pull out. It is as you go in there, you guys get some nice like full body massages. You get the nice like Geralt like bathtubs where you're sitting there. You're both like you have like your little flight of like whiskeys or other types of like liquor there that you're drinking, or chocolate milk or something like that if you don't like liquor. Whatever your choice is. Just kind of relax, enjoying a nice just day not out in the wilderness. You guys deserve this. That is definitely your thought process. It is a great montage.
I gotta get the fan service out of the way.
Of course, you have to fan service.
Yep.
As one point, one of you stands up, the towel falls, and there's just a picture or a shot of your butt. It's perfect.
Nice.
Hey, Mage, I have a new invention. It's called the censoring machine.
Black bar.
It always covers something appropriate.
Oh man. So, unless you guys want to talk about anything while you're like at the kind of bathhouse sauna, you're more than welcome to, and I'll shut up. Otherwise, we can just fade out on the night.
It's up to you, Gerathor.
I don't know. Is there anything to talk about? Maybe how angry she was?
Maybe.
I think
We'll get
she's
over it.
over-exaggerating.
Yeah. I mean, that was a restricted area anyway, so. Yeah, she can deal with it. We got bigger problems.
Exactly.
We are terrible people.
This sounds like a whole lot of not my problem.
Sounds like they're just gonna relax the rest of the night.
I will say I am worried about those equal hunter weapons.
I'll be worried about them once we encounter them. Until then, they're just long forgotten technology. Unless they do something, then they're long annoying technology.
I assume Mage and Flight found their way here too.
Yeah, I start floating the water because I can't actually submerge.
I'm too broke to enter, so I'm just telekinesing on the other side.
You can hear it. I'll throw him a silver at him over the wall. I'm sure there's there.
Yeah. There's definitely a little hole so that the steam can kind of flood out of the area and stuff like that. So you have like flick between that, Mage catches it and walks around. We got Flight like dunking his head, shaking everywhere, gargling some water.
Just showing. Gotta wash away Mage's edginess he developed recently.
Yeah, you Mage's dark side.
That poor dude and his frozen feet.
You guys were
Everything has its purpose.
talking about the hunter weapon.
Well, if I find one, I can't wait to dissect one.
Well,
Oh, and
hopefully-
Gerathor. I am very interested in what she said earlier that we used to power ancient technology with Elder Dragon blood. Well, you're suitable. You want to make an Elder Dragon weapon out of yourself?
No. You're not gonna Richtofen me.
But you could have Elder Dragon powered weapons.
You're not gonna Richtofen me.
All right.
I don't know what that means.
It's mind blood. In can't remember which card it was, but the Zombies Chronicle, they left a Richtofen basically in an alternate dimension, hooked up to a machine that was draining his blood, and then when his blood was completely drained out of him, the realm closed because it was held open. So no,
Oh, I can hear
will
you.
not do that.
I wouldn't do that to you. I would be much more
It's only
would
phase.
cast
draconitarian.
he would have regeneration cast on you, so you'd never run out.
It's worse.
Look, I'm not harming other dragons, so Fatalis should have no reason to come down and kill us all. I'm just, harvesting blood from people who are donating. I'm going to start the Elder Dragonborn donation. I'm starting the Elder Dragonborn blood donation drive.
I think that would be frowned upon.
Well, I'm helping other Dragonborns to get blood to other Dragonborns while I use any excess to do experiments with.
In all honesty, I'm just worried about their potential. Anything made by the ancient civilization had always tended to be to the extreme, and considering these things were, in their own name, equal hunters, I can only imagine the variations they have in strength and power.
Well, considering that thing was big as Gerathor, who knows?
If they're
Well,
meant to replace us, and it must have been successful for them to make a version 2 of it.
I don't know that they replaced hunters. I don't know that hunters were a thing back then.
Well, we could have found out if I got more information, but I did not have enough room on whatever this thing is. I pull up my faux flash drive.
How much would I have known
Was
with the role that I did on the history of those
I mean,
hunter weapons?
there was definitely hunters back then because ancient civilization needed the blood of elder dragons, which aren't always, very willing to, die. So there were definitely hunters, and then they used these hunter weapons were the intended replacement for hunters to, one, have less people die, and you can always just repair a machine. So that was kind of the idea behind them, at least initially. And then as the war broke out, newer versions were developed, more powerful, stronger, eventually accumulating into the rumored equal dragon weapon, which you've never seen. You've heard the name.
That sounds awesome. Can't wait to find out what that looks like.
Well, they're that rare, so I mean, what are the odds we'll run into one?
Yeah.
I look at Shaseth after saying that. I was like, don't ever say that.
I'm
called-
just grinning. I'm
Called
just grinning.
main character energy.
Yeah, I'm intentionally channeling that.
All right. Well, that just means more things for me to dissect later.
Yep.
By the way, do you oppose that I use your cadaver once you die to do Elder Dragon experiments?
If I were dead, there's probably not much left in my corpse.
I'll rather ask right now to make sure so I can use whatever's left.
Well, I don't think I'll have much choice at that point.
That's what I'm asking now.
That's not a no. That's how I would take it. Like,
The voice in the sky has given me the answer.
Plausible deniability.
yeah, it's Veza. That's not a no.
Thanks, Veza. She on the other side of the wall.
yeah, now she's the one on the other side of the wall.
She's reverse Jiraiyaing.
Like, when you come to see the Dragonborn? Sorry, the reptiles or the human?
No response. She's not actually there.
Alright. That would be funny.
She's too polite for that.
It's always the quiet ones.
Alright, so our next flight is to go find Teostra, right? Speaking of which, Mage, when I'm done with here, we're going to check to see what kind of blood was in that vial. It might be diluted, but I might be able to figure out something.
Oh. Let's It's mostly Gerathor at this point, isn't it?
It can be. I don't know if it actually mixed well. For all I know, Gerathor's chaotic nature from being a Lachion born didn't mix well with it at all. It was just enough energy to just get it going for a few minutes.
No idea.
All I know is his blood is incredibly pure.
Do we have a plan for Teostra?
Do I talk to
Kill
it
it.
again?
Actually,
Kill it.
what do we know about Teostras?
I believe they're called the Fire Emperor. That's about as far as I know about them.
I mean, what's their I don't know, personality generally?
Regal.
I mean, I'm sure we have some records somewhere, or someone has stories of one.
You guys want to make history checks? You can see what you know.
I asked someone in the bathhouse
Yeah,
in the
with
bath with
advantage.
us. Anyone got
Yeah,
a
it's not a
Teostra
dragon,
story?
so yeah.
I got nothing.
History. Yeah.
Ooh.
Both me and Saseth just have no idea.
Hold on, my fucking
I hear they're
tab sheet is
green.
lagging.
With envy.
That they dig all the time and don't even have.
They
Alright.
look like a badger. They're super small.
I think that's a badger.
Not. You're all wrong. That's not what it is. A badger is definitely not that.
I'm too relaxed to think right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's not the time to talk about work for Gerathor. Flight. I mean, you know what Tiestra are. Yeah, Fire Emperor. They are typically known to be in desert and volcanic regions. They have, they deal with fire. They're extremely hot. Being just around them in general will cause you serious burns. And I'd say with the 15, that's really about all you know. Not, a bit more than generic stuff, but not too much more than that.
I wish I knew
Yeah.
if they were territorial. Probably are.
I'll
Are
say,
most
yeah.
old dragons?
Probably.
Let me get that decision.
I feel like when it comes to this one, we might not have a choice but to fight.
Yeah. I'm pretty set in my fire with my fire trinket, but
I'm nuts.
I give you
Definitely,
resistance to fire.
My
Can't
condition prevents me from gaining any form of benefit from this thing.
You know what? I'm gonna experiment on you next. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna mutate disease.
It's time to cure Mage.
Cure? No, cure is an awful word. It's called mutation for a reason.
Should we be concerned that Flight's turning into a mad doctor?
A little bit.
As we're watching him like
What?
flutter in the water right now.
Yeah, I'm floating on the water. Just like I'm not even submerged, just floating. Besides, the world's full of mysterious and wonderful things I can't wait to play with. All the while, no one knows that I was going to send Aaron a mutated hunter for a monster I want to build. I've secretly been part of the Red Town Society this all along.
I guess that's pretty much it. All I can
Story.
think about now is just waiting.
All right.
Oh, actually, there was the cursed herbs.
Oh yeah, I was gonna make some ammunition out of that, but I gotta be super careful with that stuff.
That's what my unseen servant is for.
I see.
He can at least handle it raw while you can perform your experiments.
Well, we got some days before it arrives, so I guess I'll work on that.
Let's say they're not cursed herbs. They're clover.
Cursed clover.
There we go. There's Flight.
It was however many you're willing to give us. Is how much I picked.
I think we got 9.
Yeah, something like that is what you got.
Because I have 12 written on my sheet.
12 is what it is then. I say whatever you had written down is what it was. I don't recall exactly off the top of my head. You have a 12 of them. So what are you trying to experiment with them on? Like what's the goal here?
The goal was to somehow turn them into ammunition for light bowgun, heavy, or your dual repeaters. That way we can try to see if we ourselves can't inflict this condition on a creature somehow.
Okay.
Because apparently it removes immunity and just gives you hyper vulnerability. I begin with casing first and foremost to see if I can put something like this in there.
Okay. So I guess if you're doing casing, you would go with. Yeah, let's go with I want a tinkerer's tools with your intelligence because we're kind of doing an arcana check here in a sense. Find a shelling that would work with some kind of cursed object. 16. Okay, so your first set, you think you have something that will work. As you get a casing together, the clover is far too big to fit in the shell in this case. Like you can't just put one in. That's not possible.
Nope.
So.
The intention was to crush up one and see if it still retained the property.
Okay. So.
And the unseen servant can do the manhandling of the actual ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah, I have mortal pestle for that stuff, anyways.
Okay. So you put the unseen servant together with the mortar pestle and it starts going towards it or going at it. Okay, give me a D100. I have a couple ideas of what could happen when you start like breaking one of these things up. I'm curious as to what your luck will determine the future of what happens when you crush one of these things. No problem.
If the unseen servant's doing it, I'll let you roll it, Mage. Since we'll be behind protective barrier just in case, since we don't want to get the stuff on us.
How do you have a protective barrier and like how? But where are you doing this at? Because
any wooden wall in front of me.
I would legit.
Probably do this
Mage...
not in the bathhouse.
Yeah, of course I wouldn't do this in the bathhouse.
This time. 9. Okay. So as you crush up this first one, I don't really. So you guys just have a wooden wall. So there's still like is the unseen servant in like your hotel room? Or are you at the White Academy? Where are you at specifically?
They have facilities for this.
Yeah, I would also agree with it.
Okay. The guild manager begrudgingly, as also the White Academy director.
We'll share notes as incentive.
Okay. That is the only reason she allows it. As your unseen servant takes a mortar pestle and just grinds it up into a fine white blue powder, like a blue crystal powder, and nothing seems to happen. It seems like it was okay to do. You now have a mortar with or a pestle filled with this bluish powder.
All right. Test number 1 is to put it in a shelling,
okay,
and we'll have to use it on something. So we're gonna find something that we can do it on. Like we know what the flower's effect is, but we only know it works on like living beings. We haven't seen it work on anything that's not been alive.
Oh, we know it's obviously safe from glass, but yeah. What shelling do we have? Like, are we using like the bone husks or the husk berries or anything?
I've been using whatever I get a hold of, which in this town would probably be like huskberries.
Okay, well, in this case, it's kind of your casing. So yeah, so I guess a huskberry with the casing that you've developed for this. Give me as you put it into it. So now in this case, are you the one handling, or is it still the unseen servant handling it?
It would always be the unseen because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
In any form of like mixturing or tampering with this.
And I'll have stuff to set up to make sure that it can't like mess it up so bad.
How so?
Most of the shelly will be held still, so that way once the powder's been poured in, we can screw the part on.
Yeah, let me post unseen so I can see the limitations.
Okay, interact with the object, stuff like that.
Keeping a bullet from being moved or knocked around is easily done. We just put it between 2 objects that it fits between.
Simple task at your command.
Okay.
Grind, pour.
I have it. Roll me a d20 for the unseen servant. Trying to place the crystal powder into. Okay, it is able to do it. Surprisingly efficiently. With no spillage, which was definitely a concern. It is put in the casing, and as soon as it is placed into the casing itself freezes over.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just biological matter because it didn't do anything to the snow, and there was no grass where this thing was growing.
Bone husk are used for the stronger shots.
It's still
So-
organic.
Well, it's
My-
technically just calcium.
Oh, let me go try making a bone husk one real quickly and see if that works. And if it doesn't, that means I have to stick to metals, which are heavy shots, which are not common today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the bone husk real quickly.
Okay. Do you have a bone husk right now, or
I expect that we could have a test one from this place here.
I mean, you could definitely. I just wanted to, yeah. So if you're, yeah, so they charge you a copper for it
Easy.
as you bring it over. The unseen servant goes to pour it more. Go and roll me a d20 for the unseen servant. 10. In this case, as it's tapping, a lot of it kind of just pours over, and it touches the unseen servant, the unseen servant turns blue. And there's still some in there, and then the shell casing turns blue as well.
It doesn't freeze over like the last one.
No, it does.
Okay. So I need a metal that doesn't freeze over well. And or just something that's made of ice. Maybe, I don't know.
There's ice crystals and earth crystals.
That would take me time to make bullets shelling out of. We've been at it like most of the day, so I guess I'll take the next day to try making shellings out of the other like materials we have.
Okay.
I have 2 ice and 4 earth on me for crystals.
I'll do an ice crystal, an earth crystal, and we have some metals around here, so I'll make one of each of those.
Okay, I'll get rid of one of each.
Make me 4 checks. Ice, earth.
Will these be smith tools, tinker's tools? They're all the same. Really.
Smith tools do make more sense in this case.
Okay, am I using intelligence, strength, dexterity?
It would still be intelligence in this case.
Roll number 1. Roll number 2. Roll number 3. Roll number 4. Oh, whatever the last metal I worked with was apparently the one I was most comfortable with.
Iron. Simplest.
Earth. All right. So as you are messing with each one of these, having your unseen servant place some of this powder, you get to the second one of this, so 4 total, and you run out. You'll need to crush another one up before you can try the last 2.
Make sure the first 2 aren't turning blue.
The ice crystals expand outwards, they're more jagged on the casing.
Mm-hmm.
The earth crystal, same thing, freezes over as well.
Okay, well, those most likely will not
the
be.
ice crystal.
We probably don't want that since it won't fire a barrel correctly.
No, but that'd be really interesting as maybe a potential explosion.
We'll worry about that at a different time. Right now, we'll move the dust over into the last 2.
You're gonna need to grind some more up.
Yeah. So that's 1. This is number 2. Let's see where.
53. All right. So as it is grinding it up, it takes the first grind, and it breaks off one of the clover leaves on this frozen clover, and the entire leaf disintegrates and turns gaseous, expands and fills the whole room.
Oh,
That's funny.
that's an effect I never knew of. Do we have a Trovarian in town?
And there's probably one.
I'm gonna go talk to one of the Trovarian alchemists or people who a scholar to bring them in.
Before we do that, let's see what Shaseth and Gerathor are doing. We're technically the next day in, so this is after the spa having a good night's sleep. You're woken up. You all have your long rest, by the way, at this point. So all your stuff's back.
Figured.
But just kind of seeing what Gerathor and Shaseth are doing.
Are we into like downtime action pseudo stuff?
Effectively.
Um,
You guys have like 3 days, so stuff to do.
I feel like I would probably offer assistance to getting people off the mountain
Okay.
if they need it. If not, then I'll probably just do some like maybe like speak to the Trenya, try and get some stuff from that.
I mean, Veza would definitely accept the help. Even the guild manager, accepts your request, to assist. Like, as something you could do. There's a few people nearby-ish that could definitely use your help, bringing their supplies back into Berna until they find a place to relocate them. You could probably spend the day doing that and get 3-4 homes. So, move at least supply-wise, not the actual build.
I can do that.
Yep. Though it turns out the fourth one is that crotchety old man.
I not help him.
Yeah, I didn't want your help anyways.
You don't need it, clearly.
I don't. He's got this gigantic fucking like backpack on. It's like towering as tall as you, and he's about half your height, if less. That's kind of what you do, spending at least this first day. The other ones are days away, so they don't, you don't have time to help them. So you definitely have the future days to do other things.
Yeah, I'll probably go through that with like, probably try and do like a bit of Trenya excavation or whatever it is.
You also try selling some materials and stuff like that too if you need some money.
I've got plenty of money.
Shaseth, what are you doing?
Looking around for specialty shops, see if there's anything interesting to buy. Rare items, rare component parts, maybe.
Roll me I will allow you to either roll a D100 or an investigation check.
D100. 43. Still better what I got.
43. Okay. So you find a location. After asking around a lot, trying to see what you can find. But it is not the cheapest of prices. Even with like your charisma and you're speaking to them, they do not budge on their prices. But they have some extremely interesting materials. As he's kind of showing you, they have a shell shocker from a Legiacris, which has the awakened material, which is materials placed in a weapon that does not deal cold fire, lightning, necrotic, or thunder damage. It rolls 1 extra damage die when it hits. So for example, a greatsword would now roll a 3d6 instead of a 2d6. They have a Lunastra scale, which gives you the guard ability, which cannot be pushed or knocked backwards while you're holding your weapon. Or the tool specialist, while wearing this armor, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check made with a tool you're proficient with. We have a Soul Seer Mizutsune, purple hide, where it's while wearing this armor, you have blindside out to 10 feet. Just all. They have a Kirin Azure Horn, where for a spellcaster, while you're holding this weapon, you can use an action to cast the Call Lightning spell from it. Use it once per day. Or you get resistance to lightning damage. They also have a Cephalos Fin, which gives you advantage on wisdom medicine checks while you wear it. That is probably the cheapest at 405 gold pieces. Do they have anything else you might be interested in? They have a Chaos Mushroom. They have a Toxic Komori, which can be turned into serpent venom poison. A couple light life crystals. They have a lock. I don't know what the fuck a lock. I think it's supposed to be lockpick. Figured that out. As well.
Oh, I'll keep track of what they're selling. Is
Okay.
this like a day-to-day change thing, or is this just what they have?
It's kind of like I'm gonna be here for the day and then I'm on my way.
The shell shocker. How much is that?
Shell Shocker is 5,162 gold pieces.
Would they be interested in trading materials?
If you had materials worth in that value, sure.
Well, I have a Rajang Fang.
Okay. That'll get you about 2,000 or so.
A Monoblos Carapace.
Monster CRs and stuff right now.
I think that's 10.
12.
Was Marvelous 12? I can't remember. It was somewhere in there.
Sounds right.
Double digit range.
So that's about 500 or so.
That was enough to cover it, wasn't it?
No, he needs double that.
How much did you say it was?
5,162 gold pieces.
For some reason, I thought I heard 2,000.
Who's playing Monster Hunter? While playing
Who's not?
Monster Hunter. So you'd have to get another 2,500 roughly.
How much? What CR was the Chaotic Giganax?
10?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I can afford it.
What are you trying to get?
There's a shell shocker for the awakened ability.
It would give him an extra D6 to his greatsword.
So it would give me an extra D12 on an insect, or D10 on an insect.
As long as your weapon doesn't deal cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, or thunder damage, which your one does.
No element, more damage.
Yep.
It's not as useful for the greatsword because it's only a D6.
Well, I mean, you can actually have that along with like one that does like extra slashing. Bludgeoning.
It boosts me to a D8. 2d8. No, it's 2d6. I'm right.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't increase the thing, but. No, I don't think I can afford it. There was no place that had like Dragonite ore or anything.
Not specifically. No, I mean, you guys are level. No, they do not. Dragonite ore is the higher one. They have the lower tier stuff. The Machilite ores are definitely for sale. The Chaos Room, if you're interested in, is 1475, and that one is an action. You can crush this mushroom in your hand and blow the spores at a creature within 5 feet of you. They must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become confused as if by the confuse spell for 1 minute. They can still repeat their saving throw every turn. They succeeded and ends confusion early. Confusion, basically you roll a D6, and if you roll not good, then you basically do nothing most of the time.
Do I remember if flight is loaded or not?
I do not know if he's loaded or not. It's up to you guys.
I tell him
At least you know where flight is.
Yeah, I'll tell him I gotta think about it first, and I'll go and check on flight and bring the list and see if he wants anything on there.
Okay.
With the prices.
So the Soul Seer blind sight one is 11,800 gold. The as we mentioned, the Shell Shockers 5,162. Lunastra Scale is at 1,475. The Kieran Azure Horn is 2,950 gold pieces. That's one where you can cast Call Lightning once a day. Or potentially get it to Mage where he can then learn that spell.
I think he already knows that spell, doesn't he?
I'm not sure.
I have Lightning Bolt, and I know that spell. I don't see Call Lightning. I think I have a train. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of trinkets. Oh yeah, I have the Namiel lash that I could sacrifice for it.
Okay.
So you come into the experiment hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come in as there's literally just the entire room as they're looking through like a glass window is just filling with blue gas.
That doesn't look good.
It could be worse. It could have exploded.
Well,
But hey, how you doing there, Shaseth? What you need?
Well, I found this rare merchant, and he's got a bunch of stuff you might be interested in. And I hand him the list. If you can
Looks
afford
it.
it, there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, I can afford about half the list. The other half is I don't understand why he wants to charge something for something I don't believe exists. Mysterious don't exist.
I'm sure just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean they don't exist.
Sure, like non-oil based economies,
Right.
says the American Bird. We have a horn here, and I pulled my hearing horn out of my bag.
You have a Kieran Azure horn or
I said hearing horn,
okay, just want to make sure.
just within a horn. Why is there something you would like to get off there, Shaseth?
I mean, the shell shock could be interesting to have, but I'm not gonna bankrupt myself for it.
So is he looking for trade Elder Dragon parts for Elder Dragon parts?
He might.
I
looks
pull
like they
out. I
Let's
pull
see,
out for you to use.
Yeah, Rejang part only gave about 2,000, so
Oh, for Zhang. I pull out the Kier Thunderhorn. You can use that. Let's see. We have the community bag too, which Mini Orc has over there. You can see if there's anything you can use in there if you want. I would guess gems would be the hardest thing for them to get. Because like he has a lot of parts that sound like they're not like the most exclusive of things to get.
To be fair, having Elder Dragon parts is a pretty rare thing.
yeah.
True. And if we get this done, we could try to sell one of these bullets, as this will be a one of a kind prototype.
I think it's better for us to hold on to these bullets than to give out.
True. But nothing on this list is something I can guarantee you we need right now, and I will be quite thoroughly spent if I did.
Remember, we also have the 4 carves from the capture of each of those monsters.
Oh yeah.
That we haven't done yet. That
There's 3 for Wraithian Rathalos.
I get extra.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, there's nothing on that list I particularly need. But thank you, though.
We have 3 gamma
I
pelts.
mean, in terms of trading.
Well, should we roll on the Wraithian Rathalos to see what we are willing to just give and keep real quick?
Might as well.
Okay.
I think that Rathalos can get immunity to fire.
Yeah, that's where I got mine from.
Yeah, so there's
I
potential
I noticed we have 3 Gameth pelts that aren't that useful. I could take 2 of those
Those
and
would sell, wouldn't they?
yeah, those would sell. 16 CR16
Yeah.
to help prevent coldness. That's in demand here.
Yep.
Or you could use them to trade. They'd probably be worth in the 2,000 range.
Yeah.
Just let's see what the Rathalos and Rathian have.
Yeah, we can do that quick.
So it'll be everybody roll 2d20. One for the first one will be for the Wraithian, the second one will be for the Rathalos.
I think one of those might be
I think it's 20s only.
I think it might be a 20,
capture.
but it's on capture.
Well, they're all captures.
Yes,
Ruby is
Capture, I
still
think,
only on the
better
20.
chance.
I'll tell you guys in a second.
Yeah, I was gonna. open up another one.
Monsters.
So I have a ruby of my own.
Yeah, just
Oh, it's a
Wraithian
Wraithian ruby.
Okay, so
Nah, damn, it is too.
all right, first one to say with Wraithian. So on an 8 capture, that is a Carapace.
Rathalos plate though.
Then you have
Plates crit eye.
We got 3 plates.
that's funny. So a 7 on a Rathalos is Carapace as well. +1 bonus to
That's not
AC,
bad.
guys.
It's pretty rare.
Very rare. 4 on a Raytheon. Capture is still a scale. An 18 on a Rathalos, like you guys said, is a plate.
So we have 3 plates. The one time we
think
can roll a whole
it's-
bunch
I
of
think it's
stuff
only-
and we got
2 Rathalos plates.
on an 18 or 19 is a Rathalos plate for capture.
Yeah, and you guys have
we only
18.
rolled 2 of them though.
You rolled 3. Mage, you, and Flight.
Oh, I thought the first 4 rolls with Rathian.
No. The first roll of each person.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I would like to keep 1 for my weapon. I can't put it in right now because I'm using the Thunder Spear thing.
Mhm.
But for my other one, having crit eye would be nice.
I do not
Sure.
believe you can use chain crit with crit eye.
You let me with the other one. I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure.
We'll have to look. Just double check. Because I don't think it's back.
I don't think my
I don't think it violates any of the.
I think it's
Yeah.
specific
Ooh.
to crit eye, or chain crit is specifically I can't stack with it.
Okay.
I think it's like a material specific rule. Double check. If not, then don't. But we'll
I
double
don't
check.
think that my spear has chain. I might have to change.
Another 8 is a Raytheon Carapace, and the plate, and then a 15 on the Raytheon is a Webby.
Oh, look at all that stuff.
Carapace, 3 plates, 2 Raytheon Carapace, a scale, and a Webby.
If you keep your plate, you can take the rest of the stuff and try to put it towards trading.
I think I get more out of taking 2 of the Gammoth pelts because we have 3 of them.
The
Alright.
My
Gammoth
one-
pelt is just like cold, like
Yeah,
high
but
altitude cold resistance, right? And I was just gonna
Yeah.
say I might keep 1 for a trinket for like travel if we have to go back into cold temperatures.
yeah, it's up to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so I wouldn't need a cold drink or anything, or a hot drink rather.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So I'll take 2 Gammoth pelts and my 1 Rajang Fang.
I'll give you the Valkyrian horn.
I don't need it, I think. I think that'll cover it because they're 2,000 each, I think.
All right.
So you bring it back to him, and as you do, he looks at you. Let's deal. I'll do all 3. You can have the shell shocker.
All right. Deal.
And he kind of, as he hands it to you, he takes the pelts and like grabbing them all and stuff like that. As it does though, with your passive perception, Shaseth, you do happen to notice a slight symbol on it, the back of his wrist.
I grab his hand.
All right, as you grab it, can I help you?
I pull up his sleeve and look at the symbol.
Symbol, Talon Society symbol.
Ah. No. We might have a problem here.
I don't see any problem.
You know what this symbol is?
Yes. Do you know what it is?
Why don't you tell me?
We could, but we would then also have to bring in the authorities about you buying legal material. So why don't we just both go our own way?
Oh, I didn't know it was illegal.
But it doesn't matter in the guild's eyes. You know that.
I'm gonna show up with the. I'm gonna show up. It's like, hey,
You
you
need
set
this
up
horn?
parts?
Do you need this horn?
I show his wrist to Flight.
Okay. Well, that
Look.
would be a problem.
Okay, it's fine. You bought your material, got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. It was a fair exchange. Let's just go on our ways.
Just in case he tries to teleport, I try to throw some dimensional shackles on his arm.
Yeah! Give you,
Just slap him on.
make me an attack roll. Just strength. Just a straight strength.
strength.
Straight strength.
A strength for me, sweet, because I now I'm wearing Gauntlet's ogre power.
22. All right, he tries to get out of the way with a Shaseth holding his arm. You get one shackle on one side of him. And he just kind of looks at you like, guys, come on. And you like the other one. Just any way to treat it. Just a
Immediately
friendly
start
vendor.
start shaking all the, make sure he has no scrolls on him or anything like
Yeah,
that.
he has no scrolls on. Get
Good.
out of there. Police, they're trying to steal my money.
All right, so
I need a guild night.
Flight, you watch his stuff. I'm gonna walk him to the guild.
All right, well, they're on their way here. If I point to probably a knight on his way.
Guild night walking there this way, like a junior guild night.
I show his
Do I
wrist.
hear this? Or
Are you back in town?
I'm in town.
This would be
This is the next day, right?
No, this is the same day as like you were out helping stuff.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not in town.
That's true. You're not in town. So
Yeah, I show the
what
guild knight
seems
the
to be the
wrist.
problem?
I show the guild knight his wrist.
And as he's like looking at the wrist, the guy is like, they just came over. We made a nice trade. He grabbed my arm. They put me in cuffs. I didn't do anything wrong.
I thought he was a guild-approved merchant, but apparently not.
He kind of looks at you and goes, I am a guild approved merchant. As like
Now, if it's-
Flight is like shuffling through, Flight, you do pull out a guild like merchant badge.
All right, next thing I'm going to check to see if it's a forgery.
Give me an investigation check. Fucking Discord. Investigation check.
He wasn't there.
Yeah,
Mm.
it crashed.
I'm having, this is weird.
Hmm?
I somehow managed to separate my dice roll from everything else.
Oh yeah, you double clicked. You double click on the chat box, it pops it out.
All right, well,
You can just, you have to
what'd
refresh
say,
if you
what
want to
roll
fix
do I
it.
need to make?
Investigation.
Yay!
25.
Uh,
It looks
where'd it go?
legit.
It's like, I hate to say it, but it looks real.
Were they
But-
aware of your proclivities when you got that signed?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I,
The guild generally frowns on people with that symbol.
as he kind of stops talking to you, looks at the guild a night. Sir, as you can see, I have my credentials. Just because I have a tattoo doesn't. The guild knight kind of looks at him like, right. He looks at you. Looks at him. So you bought something from him?
I was going to. The materials are over there, but I haven't actually taken it yet.
All right. Take whatever he was going to sell you. Take back your stuff. I'll take it.
Hold it.
Say hold it.
Yep. Sir,
Yeah.
I'm having both look my way and hey, modern pattern.
Wait, what? He's saying to take. He's saying
We're-
for
Hey, we're not
Shaseth.
there. We're not there.
I know. Hey, modern pattern. Go.
Does this hit me too?
Okay.
No, just facing these guys.
Give me a second. I got to pull up a guild knight stat block.
What are you doing?
Confirming that this dude is actually just a dick.
Everyone's in on it. They're all in on
They're
it.
all in on it. All right, so wisdom. Okay, I have a good roll on this. Cool.
I can just cast Zone of Truth too.
I understand.
Roll d20. This is for the guild knight apprentice. 13, so that's a fail. I am going to. I haven't. Nope, I don't.
I'm
wait, no.
confused.
Yeah, I have nothing else. All right, and so then we have the fucking dude, merchant. He also fails.
Fail.
They're both
All right.
charmed. Shaseth, because you're kind of in the area.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Yeah, roll for me.
Is it Wisdom?
Yes.
And it's a charm effect?
Yes.
I get advantage.
Nice. Fucking Dalamadur.
I
24.
think I made it.
You just barely made
Okay.
it. So you're not charmed, because the other two are both charmed.
Okay. I look over at the dude who's got the monocles on. Are you with Town Society, bro? Like, you can tell me.
Man, why would you ask me that?
Well, because if they're with you and he's with you, that means we're all friends.
Give me a persuasion check.
With advantage.
16.
Because he's charmed.
Kind of leans. Can't say that in front of the guild.
Gerathor collapses in the field while this is happening.
Who says he's a guild knight? Maybe did you ever think that he's a Talon Society member too?
He's.
How do you know?
I know the ones that are here.
Oh,
no.
dude, we're gonna have a party later. You should tell me who they are so I can send them the invites.
No.
I got a huge stock of materials from Valstrax coming in.
Why would you have a party for that?
Who doesn't want a party when you get a bunch of Valstrax materials? It's Elder Dragon stuff.
I stares at you. Give me another persuasion check. Disadvantage.
Then it's normal roll for me. Where'd my persuasion go there?
Wow.
So a normal roll instead of fucking. God damn it! Switch your damn rolls around for me, please.
No, I do not want to. But as a matter of fact, just because I can, Flash of Genius. Now it's a 4. Now it's a 21.
All right. Well, I don't know all their names,
I
but
don't need to worry about it, bro. You guys just gotta show what. You guys just gotta remind me how we determine who they are.
okay. But you gotta get me out of here first.
Sure, I'll help you right now.
He holds up his.
So I start walking him in directions. Like, don't worry,
Yeah.
bro. We'll be right back.
The guild knight's like, where are you going?
Oh, don't worry. I'm just having a quick chat with him real quickly.
I'm so confused.
Guild knight looks at you too.
Palagos are attending to Gerathor as he's like still collapsed on the ground, just convulsing.
I can't let you do that. Like, I mean, I gotta take him in.
Just give him a moment. I want to see what happens. If he tries to get away, I can catch him. But
you get advantage of the persuasion check to try to talk to him.
I mean, he's not charmed by him.
He is friendly now, though.
He was friendly in the first place.
I know, but I'm just doing this to be safe. I didn't actually mean to hit him. He just happened to be a bystander.
I'll whisper to him. I think he's trying to get more information on me. He's done this before. Never usually this randomly, but he might get something. He was talking about contacts in the guild, so maybe.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because, guild knight and breaking the law stuff. Okay. He goes, fine. I'm gonna give him like 3 minutes. If he doesn't, I'm gonna have to go over there and kindly ask him to give them to me.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right. This is
I can
standard.
cast Stone of Truth if you want later.
We may need it. So you walk him away. He's like, thanks for freeing me. Can you get these off now? Like, so I can.
Sure. I take him off of his hands. Like, there you go.
Ah,
All right, now how do I tell Difference again? I haven't been in town in a while.
look, it's no problem. All you have to do is go. He names some one-off random ass building. Go there.
All right.
Knock 4 times. Wait 2 seconds. Knock 3 times. Wait 1 second. Knock 2 more times. Let you in. That's where
Okay.
it kind of, it's where, you should know this already. I don't know why you don't know this.
Because I've been in town in goddamn months, and also I have Mini Orc record this entire conversation.
Where's your symbol?
Bro, why would I hide? Keep it open as I like have my armor come up as I have a fake symbol from way back when.
Wait, where do you have fake
Remember
symbol?
when when we fought the first time? I stole their symbol.
I don't, but I will trust you.
You keep watching the recording. I was like, I'm taking this with me. I'm gonna use it later.
There's no evidence.
I was like, and I show him mine. It's like, see,
All right. Maybe I should have done that instead of getting a tattoo.
too late.
How would I think to make it permanent?
Shit. I was trying to represent, so everybody always knew. And when you have to like, bam, look at me. Terrified.
Bro, I have the perfect way for you to get out of town too. there's a secret exit in the jail cell. I personally made it when I was here last time.
It's fucking genius.
I know, right? So what you do is he's going to try to take you in anyways for interrogation. You're going to be put in the jail cell. I'm going to tell you to get out. What you do is I'm going to tell him back. I'm going to tell him to knock all the same way he did the first time to me. And that's how he gets out.
That'll be easy to remember too.
Yeah, I know. I did it's almost like I made the other person too.
Yep.
All right, bro.
All
So
right.
just for Axe, I want to put these handcuffs back on you. That way he will believe that we're not cahoots.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
All right, I put it back on, walk it back over, and then I went the spell.
Are they aware of it? Technically he's incapacitated at zero speed, so he couldn't have walked away, but I don't think maybe he didn't recognize that he wasn't walking away. He was there the entire time.
It doesn't state that he knows he was charmed.
It
You
does
just
not.
turned him around.
Yep.
Oh man. So they both kind of shake their heads. All right. Like I said, go get your fucking thing. Take back your.
Catch that?
Catch what?
What he said right over there.
Yeah.
All right.
So no, don't worry. As he looks at you, Flight. Don't go fucking over there. I will handle this. We'll handle this ourselves. This is the Guild
Flight.
Knight speaking.
Flight straight faced. All right, got it.
We'll take care of that.
Insight check.
Okay.
On Flight.
Oh, on
Darn it.
Flight.
Darn it.
Flight deception
I'm
check.
gonna give myself advantage on that because I know I'm Mal. No, I can't.
Ooh. So for the moment, you're kind of maybe giving Flight the benefit of the doubt that he's actually going to listen.
Hmm. All right. I suppose I should probably insight check the Guild Knight too.
Sure.
Being all squinty-eyed. Oh, come on.
Heard you like 11s.
You have no reason to doubt the Guild Knight.
Right.
So, all right, you to jail. He's like, yeah, to jail. He looks at Flight and winks at him.
I guess I'll-
Bird wink.
As this is all ending,
Oh,
Gerathor's
actually-
being carried in by palicos on a stretcher.
The old man beat him up.
So, what do we do with the rest of this stuff here?
Oh, Guild Knight goes, we'll send some. If you mind watching it for like 10 minutes, I'll get some people over here. We'll grab some palicos, some guild workers, and we'll get it out of here.
All right. Yeah, I'll watch that, and I'll grab my stuff in the one shell shocker.
Yeah,
Like you said.
consider it a reward.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't delete anything.
Take something else. Take something else.
I don't do that.
Yeah, talk to, see if you can talk to them to be like, hey, we're still on this mission anyway. Anything helps. Boom, there you go.
So after they all get out of earshot, I turn to Shaseth. I was like, "So you like my acting?"
Acting. Right. That warn me next time. If you
If I
can.
don't, if
Close
I
your
warn you,
eyes!
then how would it be surprised?
Just yell, close your eyes.
I just sigh.
I see Gerathor getting reeled in. It's like, oh, what would happen to him?
I better go check on that.
Yep.
I go. I'm assuming we seeing Gerathor walk by or get carried by.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Flight, watch the stand. I'll jog over quick and I'll give him a slap with five land hands. Just see if that does anything.
Okay. Yeah, Gareth, you regain consciousness. Your exhaustion has been alleviated. Yeah.
What happened?
Oh god, what did he do?
Uh,
I just had the worst nightmare that something crazy just happened.
I'll give him the shell shocker and say Merry Christmas and walk away.
And as you do, as you turn back to look at Gerathor happy, you see a Goliath standing there, or sitting there, and then Gerathor once
Goliath?
again.
Oh,
The reality's breaking again.
For the briefest of moments.
I wipe my eyes and I'm blaming Flight.
Okay.
It's all Flight's fault. It's always Flight's fault.
I accept.
All right, we're gonna flash back really fast to Mage and Flight still inside the fucking academy with the blue gas. 15-20 minutes ago.
Yep. That's why I grabbed the Travarium, because I didn't know what
Right.
was going on here.
And he looks at this. I have no idea what the fuck this is.
What do you mean you know what this is? It's a flower that your people made.
No. We did not make this flower. Have you not studied your Trovarian history?
Look, I'd be a liar if I said I did.
I can appreciate the honesty. So, Trovarian made a deal a very long time ago with a winter goddess that, in exchange for gifts to her, she provides boons to us. That's why we can tolerate the cool or the warmth so much in the lava field. But there's also her punishment, which, where these clovers is, he's like pointing to the jar of them. So, when someone is exiled or commits a heinous crime, murder, stealing someone else's inventions, taking credit for themselves, they are sent to places like the Snowy Mountains or the mountains above Berna with one of these clover.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 up there.
That shouldn't be the case.
Well, either they grow on their own, or you have a lot of people committing fraud.
I'll pass that information along. But I do not recommend continuing the studies. Nothing good will come of this.
All right, I'm rolling for stubbornness real quickly. I rolled wrong.
You rolled an S. 1S100.
I rolled the dust.
Man, you have to put a D in there. Yeah, you did it.
All right,
Very
well, I'm
stubborn.
stubbornly reluctant to give up my want.
Yeah, he just tells you, like, I would give up. But I have no advice for you other than this is a fool's endeavor. You will only get hurt. And then he starts turning away to leave.
All right, well, what do we want to do? How do we clear out the gas in the room first?
I mean, I can just cast Gust. I didn't know what you were trying to do.
Oh, I didn't know if it was dangerous there, because I guess the best option, since making ammunition out of this is apparently a bad idea or unethical.
I mean, I think we still have oxygen supplies from the high altitude, so we could wear that, and then I can just whoosh. We are in the
I could
academy, so
I can breathe in any environment. The problem is I'm not sure if it's magically going to inflict anything on people if they breathe it.
we'll be fine. One way to
All
find
right.
out. That's what these tests are for.
So,
right.
as you guys are talking, both of you give me a perception check.
Since many workers,
It's been probably 5 minutes since it first happened, and the Trovarian spoke to you and then left. Like with a 15, you do notice kind of a sheen on the wall.
I look at the wall.
Oh, you can see.
And I
You can
use
see the
mini
sheen.
orc to zoom in on it.
Okay, Miniorg zooms in on it. He also sees a sheen on the wall. A glint.
Approach wall.
This is like in the room that he can see. So you can look through like your window.
Oh, okay. So Stars looks icy to me in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside the building and check around the other wall.
Okay. Yeah, you go to the other side of the wall. There's like a tiny bit of steam like rising up outside because it's not cold. Or at least it's not freezing cold out in Worker. You're close to winter months at this point. But it's you see like some steam kind of rising up. Not blue colored steam, just steam.
Huh. Something here is making a reaction with the stuff inside.
Did you
I will
both
note
did you both
this.
go out? Or made you stay inside?
I don't know. I'm assuming I didn't notice it.
Well, I assume Flight mentioned it.
I did as I started immediately rushing the other side.
I will note that it is 12:30.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is. I know we started a little late, so we'll finish this little spot
Alright.
here, and this is where we'll end it. So let's go ahead and
Well, Mage, if you want to figure this out while I pull a horn out of my thing, I'm gonna go take care of this real quickly. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
And then I conclude the other part of the adventure over there.
So what are you doing with the horn?
Yeah, I pulled the horn out because the whole reason I was over there with Shaseth is because I pulled a horn out.
Oh yeah, you go running that way. So Mage, you're all alone. You're either inside or outside. What do you do?
I mean, I guess continue. Really? Did he make? Do I have the shells and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, everything is currently still in that room that is filled with a bluish gas. And the walls are starting to freeze.
All Mage would do realistically is put on his oxygen supply
Mhm.
and then continue, because he would think that it's most likely just rubbing off on the building, causing it to frost the walls.
So as you like open the door to go inside, oxygen mask on, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Make me a Constitution saving throw. 18. All right. As it opens up, the blue gas kind of filters out a little bit. It is a sealed room, so it begins to filter out around you, and your fingertips start to instantly feel frostbite. You quickly close the door. As you're kind of pushing it, the ice is starting to form on the hinges, and you barely close it as your hand's starting to turn like a bluish color. You can breathe fine, but you are frigid to the bone for a couple minutes.
So it basically became a mass effect around the area.
And as you look inside, your unseen servant, he is no longer moving at all in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, the possibilities.
And
That's
that
great.
is where we're going to end our episode. Seeing what you guys get to do with a fucking gigantic room filled with bluish gas in the middle of the White Academy.
Now, what if we put these herbs in a large barrel bomb and set it off?
We'll find
Look,
out
I'm all for
next
weaponizing everything.
time
I'll do it next time.
on Dragon Ball Z. So,
Yeah.
for those watching, I want to thank you all for sticking around and watching this episode. We had some combat, we had some lore, we had some stuff. We'll see what happens next time. That will be next year, because this is the last episode of Group A for the year. Great. I've been having fun. I think the story's really unfolding more and more. But so you can tune into us next time. Well, actually, technically, you can tune into me in about an hour and a half for Group B's final episode of the year, where they are currently dealing with a side area event. Well, and we'll see how that goes. If you guys wish to tune in,
Spoilers.
you guys are allowed to tune in if you wish. It is a side thing. It probably will not be the same thing if you end up in that same space when you do it. Just so you know, that's what makes it fun, because I can throw shit around. You're like, I know what's coming. I'm like, no, you don't. But otherwise, I've been excited. I'm excited to see where this goes next year. So tune in once I know the schedule for next month. We'll see you then.
Goodbye.